Maresca's respected heritage history, bro. What are you talking? Why are you talking about Grimsby, bro? This is OT. This is OT. What did Drake say?
OT.
I love this season. You lot thought I was good.
I ain't part of that plan. You know what I mean?
Robbie Sanchez was out there giving yardie kicks, bruv. Nulinga, I don't even know what he was doing.
FCM live every Sunday here on DR Sports. Make sure you're there.
Final One Standing is free to play. Don't worry if you get knocked out. There's new games with new jackpots every Premier League week.
Yes, people, welcome back to the weekend roundup right here on DR Sports. Round of applause for everyone on the panel today. Who have we got? Who have we got? To my right, allegedly being called Mashrid Wet this weekend. I don't like that at all. That's my friend.
I don't like
we
that.
don't like that at all, do we?
We don't condone
no,
that.
we don't even.
We don't allow for that. That is wrong.
But we'll be getting on to you because you're getting cooked today. As is the fella to my left, the only man still in the final one standing from this show is Mr. Robbie Lyle.
Yeah, man.
Who did you pick?
Picked Wolves, mate.
Picked Wolves.
Got smoked.
No.
It's a disgrace.
Should have picked Fulham.
It took the lead on.
Palace.
Should have picked Palace.
You know what? I picked Fulham.
Yeah.
Right? And they were one goal down. I was watching the game and I was like, you man, how are you going to do this?
You might actually win this.
There were so many draws this weekend.
Fulham came back. Right, I knew
You're doing well.
I'm doing
You're
well,
6
man.
weeks
Listen,
in.
man, I
You're
told you,
doing
I've got
well.
a little strategy.
You're doing all right, man.
It was
No, to be fair, I was thinking of picking Wolves as well because they're up against Leeds.
None of you back Palace.
Nah.
Yeah.
Told you to back Palace.
Yeah, but it's risky.
Also joining us, the fresh from the Saturday football show expeditions. We've got Abby and Nick in the building as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We had a good night.
Good job, good job.
We did. I feel for Flex a little bit. I feel like he's been in the mud every single week he's been here, and the one week where it's actually all right, he's not here. But I carry the
That's
torch.
his fault.
I'm staring at Matisse right opposite me.
Carry that torch.
It's late. I'm sure there's going to
I
be
can't
some
believe he's not
cookings.
even sent anything in.
I thought he would have been sent. I thought he would have sent it in yesterday, but obviously not. He's having too much fun. Is he in France?
Bordeaux, I
In
think.
Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Lovely. Nice for some, isn't it?
Yeah.
All these holidays.
Drinking
Very
some red.
nice. Very nice for some. Looking at you, Miss Abby Summers' holiday. Right, before we get into the show today, again, another reminder that this show is, of course, brought to you by Final One Standing. 500k, this fella is still in the race for that. Not as if he needs more money, but
When you think of it, amongst us, I won it.
Will you share it?
amongst our... Well,
If you
listen,
won- if
you've
you won
got to win
500K.
something. You've
Amongst
got to
us,
win
I've won.
something
Would
sooner
you-
or later.
Wow,
Look
look
at
at
that.
that. Oh my
Nicky
God.
Hawkins.
Big up Nicky, man. And I heard that Nicky
Wow.
went for Fulham as well. Big up Nicky Hawkins.
Yeah,
man.
Nicky's
my
the...
Look how many man's been eliminated, man.
I've been
Fair
gone.
play.
I've been gone since the
Look at
beginning.
that. Yeah,
You
big
went
up
first
Nicky and
week,
Robbie.
innit?
All right, the two
Who's
fellas
your
that are
first
still
week?
in.
Chelsea.
Oh, Palace. What? Oh,
You
no.
started the first week. You know who went with first week? Tottenham.
Have you still got Liverpool in the bag?
I've still got Liverpool in the bag. I have.
Lucky boy.
But
Lucky boy.
You guys this week, you got Chelsea.
Palace away.
Palace away.
Got Palace
where-
away. Tough game, man. Tough game. But
Have
as you
still got
know...
City? Have you still got City?
No, I ain't got City.
Oh.
United?
No.
I ain't got
Who's
United.
picking them?
I ain't got
Brentford?
United.
Brentford.
No, I've got United. United.
Nah, you
might
can't.
have
He's
to
out
this
today.
week.
Not
No,
today.
you know, United was that last minute win at Burnley.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
used it.
yeah,
Fair,
yeah.
fair,
So
fair.
they're straight now.
You've played it.
I've done
You've played a
Arsenal,
blinder
I ain't
so
got
far.
Arsenal, I ain't got Tottenham. I've still got Chelsea. I've still got Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Like
played a
this-
blinder, Rob. I'll be honest.
But this week, it's tricky.
So Rob's in for the 500k, but this weekend, right, there's still a big prize fund to win. It's 20k again this weekend, and as we know, Robbie's the only one left in that fight. I might as well check my account because I went for Liverpool this weekend for the 20k prize, but nothing's popped up. So,
so
I assume I haven't
you're
won the
through to the next
20k.
round.
No, but I'm out. But I'm in the mini jackpot, the one that just
So
keeps
then
going.
you're through to
Yeah,
it.
of course,
Keep
of
going,
course.
innit?
If you forgot to enter last week, you can join along this week. There's a new one. The deadline is Saturday, 12:30 once more. So get your picks in because, like this fella next to me, if you've still got some big teams in there, you're in a very healthy position right now. To be honest, this really kind of, once it gets to 7 or 8 weeks in, you've got a very good chance of winning it, Rob. I'll be honest.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is now.
I'm
it's
actually
starting
hoping
to-
you lose now.
It's starting to get
So
down
bad
to.
line.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was saying, if I did win it, you know what I mean? Everybody here, you know, we'd be flying out to Dubai, we'd be, you know what I mean? Apart from one person.
Yeah.
Right? You ain't coming. No, I mean, I might not have bought you anyway. The way you're just coming in there and gloating every week about Liverpool.
Well,
right?
listen, change it then. Yeah, change it. So there you go, guys. The QR code is on the screen for you right now. I've got the link in the description. Super easy to join. Nothing stings more than getting KO'd and then hearing about it in person or in the WhatsApp group. So make sure that you stay in this week. 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Always gamble responsibly. Full T's and C's apply. Big up to everyone who's joined us. Where are you watching from? We always like to know that. The super chats are flying in already. Please let us know how your team did this weekend. Did you win? Did you lose? Did you draw? Let's jump into one of the most entertaining games this weekend. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. Red card for the sausage Sanchez after 4 minutes, as well as Casemiro getting 2 yellows later on in the game. Chelsea still on that losing streak or winless streak at Old Trafford since 2013, Matisse. You would have thought in the worst ever period of United's history since 2013, should be picking up a couple dubs.
Yeah, it should be.
Still not the case.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get on to Maresca's subs, taking off Palmer, Esteval, Neto. Was that the right decision? Bruno scores his 100th goal in his 200th appearance for Manchester United. That is unbelievable, to be fair. But will this be United's only win this month, or can they go back-to-back? And will your man, the United Strand, finally get a haircut in 4 games' time? Probably not.
Well, he's got Anfield. He's got Anfield away, so...
Well, yeah, there's no chance.
No
There's
chance.
no chance.
How many games in a row did he say?
5.
He needs 5
It's
in a
doing
row.
way too much.
He needs 5 in a row, doesn't he?
That could never happen.
They
On
can't
the
even get back to
Amarim,
back.
on the Amarim, it's looking rough, I'll be honest.
Do you know what? If I was like a shampoo brand,
Yeah.
I would be
you know what I mean?
sponsoring. Seriously.
You got to think. You got to think like
We
that.
know, but this could go into like years.
Yeah.
It will.
Like 5 in a row.
Thing is,
5 in a row is a lot.
Yeah,
It's a
5
lot
in a
of
row is
games.
hard for
Yeah.
even good teams.
Yeah, did you
Because
see
you'll get
that?
a draw in there
Literally.
somewhere.
Did you see he got gripsed up by some
Yeah,
old
yeah. it's just-
melt at United who's bold?
Yeah, that's the
There
way.
you go, jealous.
Yeah,
mate.
then he
Jealous
started
as hell.
shouting,
You
oh,
can't be
he's
doing
not
that.
a United fan.
Listen,
he's
I'm not a United
It's
fan,
like, mate,
but you
leave it
can't be
out.
doing that to the
Leave it
boy.
out.
All he's doing is having a bit of fun. So
Yeah.
I
Can't
defend
have
him
fun,
for
innit?
that.
No.
Like, you know, with some of these guys, like, you can't have a bit of fun with them.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, you know.
The old guard fans, you
Oh,
can't.
shut
Just
up,
before
man.
we get into the game, I wanted to send a message to Matt Beard's family. Took his own life this weekend. The former Liverpool manager, women's manager, was the only Liverpool women's manager to ever win a league title. Was, you know, at Chelsea, was at Leicester as well, West Ham. Such a massive character within the women's game and the game in general. And it's just another reminder, guys. I mean, me and Doyle spoke about it on the COP TV this morning, but it's another reminder that we have to talk. We have to
I didn't
open
know,
up.
right? I'm a bit shocked, right? I didn't know that he took his own life.
I didn't know.
His kids confirmed it on Twitter, yeah.
Wow.
They said
Incredible.
suicide is
and
never the
and,
answer.
You know, that's 2 now. I mean, last
Ricky
week,
Hatton as
Ricky
well.
Hatton as well, who I met Ricky Hatton many times, right? Really, really nice guy, really good guy. I know he had a few little issues behind the scenes, but you know, it's shocking. And like you said, Arsenal actually did an initiative yesterday at the game around suicide. And, you know, it's a real problem. It's a real problem. And like you said, it is about talking. It is about reaching out to people. Even sometimes if you know somebody who's going through something or having a hard time, reach out to them as well. I had a friend like that the other day. It wasn't a suicide thing, but a friend the other day that was very worried about a diagnosis that he got, right? And he had to go for a second diagnosis. And thankfully, you know, the second diagnosis was fine. But I remember just being at home one day. I'd rung him just sort of out of the blue, and he told me about this. And I remember being at home one day and thinking to myself, boy, you know, you're going about your business, and something just came to my head and said, you know
to
what?
reach out to him.
I feel like I should just give him a ring. This was about a couple of weeks after he told me. And I was so glad afterwards I did it. Not because it was getting to that stage, but it was actually the day he was going to get the diagnosis. And he was like, Robbie, wow, thank you, man, for like, he was shocked that I reached out to him. And he goes, I'm actually going for the second thing today. So I said, oh, well, listen, I just felt like I just wanted to find out how you know. And he goes, no. He goes, it means so much. And then I said, listen, let me know later on how you get on. And I was thinking, please, man, I hope it's not. And then he rung me, he messaged me later on, and he said, you know, it went well, and he's good, and they just need to monitor the situation. And that was good. But that's the importance sometimes of a phone call or just reaching out to someone who you know might be having a little bit of a struggle and just saying to them, are you all right?
It's so
You good?
important.
You know what I mean? Like, because honestly, you don't understand the weight that phone call or that sort of checking on someone
Can help someone so much.
It could be like worth £1 million. I'm telling you, like a call. So
And I think there'll be some kind of remembrance tomorrow at
So
Anfield for
sad.
the Southampton game.
Done a lot for the women's
so much
game.
for the women's game. 47.
Yeah,
No
I heard a lot of women's
age.
players over the weekend.
Farrah Williams was very upset on
Yeah,
TV.
talking about him and how good, he looked like he was really loved throughout the game. I was chatting to Ty yesterday. Ty said that he'd spoken to him on a couple of occasions. Really, really nice guy. I know Ty's really into the women's game. It is so sad.
Do you know what? It's important though for all of us around this table to use our platforms to show and tell people how important this is and what it can prevent. So, like I said, rest in peace to Matt Beard. All of our thoughts go out to his kids, his wife, his family, and his friends, and obviously all of the former players that worked under him. Right, go back to Manchester United. 4 minutes in, Matisse. Where was your head at once you see Sanchez rush out that box,
The moon.
take down Mbemo, and get his marching orders? So tell us how you felt about that, and then tell us how you felt about the subs that followed that.
I was enraged, man. I was enraged because you know how much I want to win this game. I've been yapping about it for years. Every single preview, every single time we go up there.
You went there to do a preview.
Yeah, because I'm confident because I just know what they are. But every time we play them, they turn into something completely different, and we also turn into something completely different. I don't know what's going on anymore. But I feel sorry for the travelling fans because you're going away from home. It's pissing rain, and for you to go up there and 5 minutes, your destiny's basically decided. 10 minutes is done. The substitutions after the red card. The red card is ridiculous. The defending is poor to not win the header. Our best header of the boy is obviously Tosin. He was on the bench. We've not been defending well all of last week anyway. The goalkeeper comes out. He has those clangers in him. That's why we have worries about him. He can have great saves. He can have brilliant games. He's been in good form. But that bozo gene is certified. It's clarified. It's verified. It's there. Every season, every time you can depend on it to rise.
Andre Onana has it too.
Yeah.
It's one of them
what I
ones.
mean?
You share a lot of similarities.
It's
Yeah,
confirmed.
we do.
It's confirmed. But I've seen Liverpool with 10 men at Newcastle. I've seen teams with 10 men before. You can certainly put up a better effort than that. And you can certainly make substitutions better than that. Taking off Neto, Esteval was fine with to a degree. 18 years old, unlucky. You know what I mean?
Someone's got to be the full guy.
Someone's got to be the full guy. The goalkeeper's got to come on.
Pires in the Champions League final when Lehmann got sent off.
Cole Palmer come off 23 minutes. I was angry about that, but apparently, there's a knock there last week. He's keeping him. Okay, cool. Neto, you're taking off the guy that stretches defenses. You're taking off the guy that tracks back, works hard. The guy that actually sometimes makes it feel like you're playing with 12 men in terms of how much ground he covers, how hard he works. And you're not taking off instead like an Enzo Fernandez who 11v11 is already not great in a back and forth in a rock and roll type game. He can get kind of isolated or stretched in the midfield.
And he was losing his head a bit.
And he was losing his head as he always does when he comes up against Mount. It's just dependent. You know what I mean? It was another scrap at the end of the game. Yeah, it is what it is.
Like last year's one, they both gave
much.
it a bit, but this one, it just felt like Enzo was just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Exactly.
Like,
so it was just puzzling. The manager panicked, literally panicked. I've never seen someone make that many subs that quickly.
But how can you panic?
3 subs in
how can
23
you panic
minutes.
Within 5 minutes of the game. Okay, I understand that Sanchez got sent off.
Players panicked.
But
managers panicked.
But the panic, like the whole game is in front of you. And with
Exactly.
respect, you're at Manchester United. Like, sorry,
Even
but
with
like,
10 men.
you can get. We've actually seen United's best way to play in this system, which is for the opposition to go down to 10 men.
I've seen Chelsea go to a much better team, much different team. I've seen Chelsea go to the new camp, 10 men, and still go through to the final of the Champions League. Like, you don't need to throw the game like that. There's no need for it.
Not with the whole rest of the game in front of you.
And I feel sorry for some players because João Pedro, I thought he was really good. I thought João Pedro was really good in this game. The way he was basically isolated up front, he had no options around him, no one to connect with, no one to combine with. He's getting it, he's linking it, he's dribbling, he's carrying, he's winning fouls. There was a couple of players that still stood up, but most of it was just awful. And to watch that game be decided so early, and then just to watch us peter out, and even when we scored the goal, I mean the defending, I don't even need to get into the defending for both goals. It's again just disgraceful. It's been disgraceful all week. But even when we scored, I just knew we weren't coming back. I knew it.
Against us, you have a chance every single time.
The fact that we didn't, we never had a chance.
10v10, you have a chance.
10v10, it didn't look like it was 10v10.
And actually, you should have put more crosses into the box. We don't deal well with crosses. You should have put more crosses.
Well,
the one you did with I think you put like only 2 or 3 crosses into the box, and Chalobah got on the end of one.
The fact that Bayern Deer can be in goal,
Yeah.
and he's not tested apart from the goal, which he
Especially with
didn't
that
save.
surface as well, slippery surface.
I mean, it was just diabolical, man. Shocking performance, shocking mentality, shocking substitution, shocking management, shocking everything. Just terrible.
Listen, a lot of Chelsea fans have been getting at me, right, at the start of the season. I said Chelsea, I think they'll get top 4. I think they've got a great side. But everyone's saying great business done and all that. I was like, it's the same keeper. And we know this keeper is inconsistent. Last week, he was brilliant last week.
Yeah.
Right? But this is what he does. Then the next week, what is he doing? Right? You don't have to do that. Let the man score.
If he scores, he's 11v11.
I saw even in our game yesterday, when Haaland's steaming through, one of them players could probably have tried to tug him, but you're going to get sent off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just stay in the game. It's too early to
I agree.
I was like, what is he doing? And then even last week, when I was watching Chelsea, I also the era where I think Chelsea, they've got a great forward line, they've got a great midfield, but again, that defence, I look on it, I'm like, that's not a league-winning defence, right? I was surprised that they didn't bring in some better defenders. You said, like, you made the point last week that, they've actually got a lot of centre-backs in the club.
And they've not sold enough.
But
actually, their business hasn't been particularly.
Yeah. But last week,
good,
you saw a lot of frailties in them. The long throws from Brentford, man, was they weren't dealing with those very well at all. So, and then United, whatever we say about United, when we roll into town, you roll into town, you, City, even, well, no, you will
No,
beat
not
them,
Liverpool.
Right?
Liverpool usually
Right.
beat
Nah,
them.
it's only
we
last
deal with
season.
them,
there.
No, but even
Let's
they've
calm
had
down.
games,
Yeah.
right? When you guys have come and they managed to like grind
That's
out.
normally at Anfield, though.
They
to be fair.
they step
Yeah.
up for them games. So, but Chelsea, they shot themselves in the foot with Sanchez really cost them the game.
I don't
As
even
he's
know-
and like you said, the manager
Manager was moving.
was on some madness, man. He was just like,
I couldn't believe
that
it.
was a straight up
He was
panic.
just sub. I'm like, yo, am I getting subbed?
But the thing is for me with Maresca, I understand like the shade he's been catching for those decisions. I hear it. The in-game management there was poor, but on the whole, when I look at Chelsea, you talk about the money spent, right? Half of that money spent, maybe even more than half that money spent, isn't actually money to contribute to the first team. It's money to then flip the players. So when you look at the money spent, it's not really all that relevant to the first team itself because a lot of them don't play a prominent role in the first team anyway. So, and then when I look at the actual Chelsea squad, I think, what do you expect from, what do you want Maresca to do?
What's your ambition?
Yeah, what's your ambition? Because I feel like what he's got out of this Chelsea squad so far is what I would expect this Chelsea squad to go on and do. Maybe they've even done better than expected.
I think
after the Club World Cup, I was hearing, Chelsea should be competing for the title. In what world? You don't compete for the title with that defence.
Dependent on the signings that you go and get. And that's the thing. Chelsea, they decided to handicap themselves multiple times in this transfer window. As it went on, it got weaker and weaker. The window got weaker and weaker. For whatever reasons, we've gone through UEFA restrictions, we've gone through sell to buy, whatever, one in, one out. But forget all of that for a second. From a playing squad perspective, Chelsea did not strengthen to the degree they could have. When you've got that Club World Cup badge, when you've got that money coming in, there's still no sponsor. When you've got all of this, prestige that you've earned over the last few months, you did not capitalize and maximize on it. And that's the situation that we found ourselves in. In isolation, that was a shocking managerial performance. But on the whole, I'm not screaming the manager out. Absolutely not, because I'm looking at the directors once again and thinking, is this what you've brought to the table? It's not good enough.
It's a recruitment thing then.
It is a recruitment thing because Chelsea have got rules in place with wages and age, and I have no massive issue with that because I think within those restrictions, as you've shown to a degree with, I don't know what your wages are for some of your players, all your signings were under the age of 25. So there is still like logic to it if you actually buy the right players, but Chelsea keep taking too many gambles.
Would have been a great signing.
That was never
for
going to
Chelsea.
happen. Mike Maignan was the one from AC Milan.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball
Maignan,
on. And at least then
he wasn't even that expensive.
Even
16 mil?
exactly. But they still want to play games. And if you do trust Sanchez, that's fine. I don't think it is, but hey ho, we can live with it if he's in form. But bring in someone that can compete. Jorgensen comes on.
Number 2 keeper.
Jorgensen comes on,
my
and the way that he failed to come and claim that cross was disgusting. That ball is in the air for 5 minutes. I could have went to the shop and come back and that ball's still in the air after Reece James has hoofed it. And as a goalkeeper with 2 hands, 10, 2 thumbs, 8 fingers, you don't come and collect that. Even punch it. Donnarumma against Arsenal. Terrible for the Martinelli goal, but he's punching everything. He's out for everything. This guy's like, Nah, I don't fancy it. Let me just take a few steps back. Someone else will head that.
Luke Shaw had ages to come and attack.
What are we doing?
He had ages.
And these are the fine margins because we could have left that game with a result. It's ridiculous.
So that's Chelsea. But on the
Yes,
Manchester
sir.
United side, again, we have to big up Bruno. 100 goal in 200 Is that right? Is that in all comps?
All comps, yeah. He's got over
that's
100
a
goal
great record.
contributions. Over 100 goal contributions in 200 Premier League games. There's so
Just
many
imagine
midfield.
if
Like,
everyone else around him was decent.
do you know what I mean? I said this before. If he was at a
Great
successful
And if
side,
you didn't have him,
if
you would
he
have
had
got relegated.
Yeah, we'd be in
last
trouble.
year.
A lot of people say, "Oh, you should have taken the 100 mil for Bruno in the summer." Nonsense. We're half the team without Bruno. Honestly, we are. Bruno is the kind of player. If he was at a successful side, he'd be a Premier League all-timer. I genuinely think he's that good.
Yeah.
But yeah, from a United stand, like it's not looking too bad now. I'm looking up instead of looking down. You know what I mean? We're 3 points off top 4, 1 point off Chelsea, level with Man City, so it's not looking too bad.
Yeah,
and we've got Arsenal, Man City, and Chelsea out of the way.
That's true. That's
So
true.
it's not all that
Got
bad. But
Liverpool
look,
to
listen,
come though, mate.
huh?
Got Anfield to come soon.
Yeah, we don't speak about that. We don't expect too much from there. But this doesn't change my overall thoughts on what's going on, Ruben Amorim and the long-term strategy. But I said on the Saturday show, the ideal scenario for me is that Ruben Amorim can get it together enough to get to the summer, and then in the summer you make a decision. I don't really ideally want another managerial change mid-season because it rarely ever goes well. Financially, it's a big hit. And yeah, it's not ideal. But the game itself, you know what? Credit to Benjamin Sesko as well for the flick on to get to Mbeumo. That's the kind of header and that's the kind of thing that Rasmus Højlund couldn't do last season. So fair play to Sesko with that. And Mbeumo's been that sort of in behind threat all season long. His pace is unreal. So good from him. And you know what? Even after Chelsea goes to a man down, 10 men, not everyone always goes on to take advantage of that. Sunderland were 1-0 down for about 60 minutes against Aston Villa, and Aston Villa didn't go on to do much. So listen, yeah, we started well. We took the 2 goals. The second half, I wasn't happy with it.
You were not happy.
No,
you were not happy. We were
I
here
wasn't
before the
good.
Saturday Football Show, and let's be real, you were.
No, I wasn't happy.
You
No.
was panicking.
I was everyone in the comments was saying you think Man United didn't win because I was ranting. Listen, it's one of those where I just think you could manage the game a bit better. I understand you're 2-0 up. And I mean, Pep basically did it against Arsenal, didn't he? He was 1-0 up and he went and sat back. So I kind of get it, but I also think I defended Sesko coming off. Looking back at it now, I think Sesko staying on and us having an out ball would have helped us give us a little
stretch
bit.
the
Yeah,
game and put
stretch
them
the
under
game.
pressure.
Let Sesko and Mbeumo be your sort of attacking outlet because it is 10v10. You're not a man down, so go at it a little bit more. So the second half, I was nervous towards the end of the game because we're susceptible to mistakes, but overall, you take it. It's Chelsea at home. You take the 3 points, and hopefully we can make it Amorim's first ever back-to-back.
Well, that was my next question. So it's Brentford away, half 12, the Mbeumo derby, and then it's Sunderland at home,
Wouldn't
and then
be pumped
obviously
for
there's
that.
an international break, then Liverpool away. But you know,
These
again,
are when United struggle the most.
Exactly, because United at
Yeah.
Old Trafford, they can get up for the big games. We've
can,
seen
yeah.
it. We've been there on amazing form, and we've been stopped, right? But that result against Chelsea will not matter unless you follow it up now against Brentford.
100%. It was the same against Fulham, wasn't it? Like, Fulham was a game that I went into, and we always win at Craven Cottage.
Yeah.
I went into that game expecting to win. We created chances early on as well. We did create chances. Ruben Amorim did say one of the biggest sort of problems in the side right now is that we're not taking chances. I hear it. I think there's other issues, i.e. the midfield, which is clearly not like very obvious problem for us. But we'll see what happens. It's Brentford, but yeah, you're right. Those are the games where we struggle. It's half 12 as well. I still don't know what to like. When you talk about what have we learnt from this game, not much.
Yeah.
It's an anomaly of a game. I can't
It
really
is.
judge it for what it is.
Yeah.
We're a man up from the 3rd minute, so we'll see.
Conditions were terrible in that game.
They were
The
really
rain
bad.
was
Yeah.
soft. It
We
was
must have
terrible.
forget.
Well,
It's
the
been raining.
Blackburn game got called off.
I think you could actually genuinely say that. in
I
that
wanted
one.
it called off after 5 minutes.
I'm sure.
So
Well, there was a game called off, wasn't
Blackburn.
there?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not far from Manchester.
Yeah.
should have had it called off, man. I'm telling you.
Because do you know what? The rain was bad at Anfield on Saturday, but as the day wore on, it just became so much worse. And I think as a player, when you're in those games, you almost like you're looking at the clock thinking, Jesus, 10 men, 90 minutes basically still to play.
Yeah.
I'd rather this game just get
Don't wanna be out there.
suspended at this point. But yeah, great result that for United. Chelsea, though, 2 defeats in a row in all comps.
Yeah.
Not looking great.
Lincoln next, and then Brighton at home, and then Liverpool at home.
Oh, gosh. That's exciting.
3 out of 3 there.
If you're a
or-
neutral.
I mean, 2 out of the 2, and then let's get to the Liverpool after that. Let's focus on.
Sanchez be one game. 1 game suspension.
That's no problem. I mean, it is. Do you know what?
Would you
it is a
prefer him to
problem.
be 3
I don't
games?
even. I used to be able to say that. I can't say that because the other goalkeeper's a joke as well. So it is a problem.
There you go.
Did you think you would have a better start to the season than you've had?
Of course, I think people can cope and say, "Oh, we're only a couple points off Arsenal or whatever." I don't know, but at the end of the day, our fixtures were pretty favourable.
And I
We
saw
stayed
you
in
say that
London.
your video.
Yeah, because we stayed in London. We didn't leave. We didn't have to even tap our oyster out of the zone 9 for the first 4 weeks of the season.
Zone 9.
We go to Man United, the first on record difficult place, and we lose. And you know what I mean? So it's all it means is we're gonna have to start winning games that we're not expected to win, which is maybe Liverpool at home in the wider perspective. A lot of people don't think we'll win that game. We need to start doing things like that. So
You know what as well? It's one of the worst places to get sent off that because you have to walk the whole
Yeah,
length of the
Bro.
pitch
You
to
do,
go through that tunnel
you
in the
do.
corner. I bet that's a long walk, isn't
Yeah,
it,
it
for
is.
Sanchez?
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, if you're a Man United fan, you've got the win. It's in the bag, but can you follow it up this weekend? Next up, Arsenal 1, Manchester City 1. Some game this and a lot of fallout from it. On the FCM show last night, Cams had this to say about Mikel Arteta.
Was handbrake on?
3
Was
defensive
the
midfielders.
handbrake on?
I felt like
or
it
were
was.
or did Man City?
How many chances did they
completely
create?
shut? They didn't
No,
really create
no,
many chances. Man
First
City
half,
shut.
they
I don't
didn't
think
create.
Man City
How
were-
were-
Arsenal weren't
how
great
were
in the
Ars-
first half.
I'm not saying Arsenal were great in the first half.
Yeah.
I'm saying how was the handbrake on? To say the
They
handbrake on,
look
is-
passive.
So
They look passive,
Sure,
bro.
put it this
I mean,
way.
that's down to
Come.
them trying to break Man City down. Though.
No, but
Well, there you go. Cam's lending a helping hand there to Mikel Arteta after he was heavily criticised, one for the starting 11 that he put out, but Arsenal did go behind in the 8th minute. Again, a very defensive setup, and as much as we can banter Arsenal, and we will, we'll have a look, of course we'll have a look, and we'll get cooking. But we have to ask questions about Man City as well, because if Arsenal did that, obviously they did it last year at the Etihad, but they did have 10 men. So if Arsenal did that, we'd be talking about, you know, how defensive and negative that Arteta can be. But Pep and his lineup and his tactics yesterday were definitely not what we're used to seeing of Pep. But Martinelli, and we have to say, what a goal. What a goal that is. Such a high line for City. That's why you play Eze from the start, by the way. I think that's the main frustration of Arsenal fans. But Mourinho and Trossard started over Nwaneri and Eze or Martinelli. 5 points behind Liverpool. Man City with their worst start in 10 plus years. How did you sum up the game? And when you saw that starting lineup, what was your reaction?
We do a starting 11 show on AFTV. When that starting 11 came out, we were all sort of sitting there and we're thinking, right, the big debate was, will Saliba or Mosquera play, right? And then we were saying, also we were sort of saying, well, could he possibly bring Saka back instead of, would he, when we saw the lineup and we saw that midfield with Mourinho in, it's like, oh, all right, Eze must be on the left. No Eze on the left, Trossard in. Honestly, we were in total disbelief. I remember Lee was losing it on the start. You never see Lee lose it on a starting 11. Normally he's got to wait till the game started, right? Lee was losing it. I was hosting it. I'm trying to sort of be calm and play devil's advocate, but inside of me, I'm thinking, what is Arteta doing? And I said on it, if he wins, then, you're put down as a masterclass. But if he loses this game or draws, I said it on the show, I said he's going to get heavily criticised and will deserve it. Why is Eze, £68 million we paid for him, he's an unbelievable player, and he's got a great record against Man City. Remember in the FA Cup final?
True.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He always bops out against them. Why is Eze not playing? And then I was shocked even, because I'm thinking, right, he's going to play him on the left, if anything. Not even playing him on the left. Trossard came in during the week, done well. Don't get me wrong, he done very well. Goal and assist in that game against Athletic Bilbao. But I'm sorry, this is what we bought Eze for these games. To me, sometimes you hear me defending Arteta and Cams is sort of defending. I'm not defending him at all on this one. I think the only smidgen of credit I'm going to give Mikel Arteta for yesterday's game is the fact that he realised at half-time that he got it wrong and changed it, right? But if he'd have done that from the start, especially the way I saw City playing, that is the other shock. I'll come to that. If he would have done that at the start of the game, I don't think we would have lost that game, right? Because I think we're a better team than City.
Or you would have won it.
Sorry, it felt like a loss in just the way that we went about the game at the start. Now, changes happen at half time, right? And I give him credit for that because you do see managers, they're stubborn.
I can't lie.
I'm still going to stick with it. And
every fan in that stadium could have made those changes.
Yeah, but you made the changes at half
They
time.
wouldn't have made them in the first place.
Yeah,
They wouldn't have started that
right?
Yeah.
Made the changes at half time. It's a different Arsenal in the second half, right? You know what I mean? Like, much more creativity. And the goal comes from Eze, you know, with a great assist. But, you know, which he had an assist in the last home game. I just did not understand why he changed it. You can't even say, all right, we had a tough away game during the week in the Champions League because we played on Tuesday.
Man City played Thursday.
And they played for... There was absolutely no justification, no excuse for what Mikel Arteta did yesterday. He's got to hold that, man. He's got to take every bit of stick that he gets for that because to me, like... at Liverpool, even there, it's Anfield away. That's a tough place to go. We're at home.
And Eze honestly, not played at that point.
And you know, I just could not get my head around it. Even walking to the stadium, we're walking to the ground. I had a friend over, Marlon from Jamaica, and I'm going, Marlon. I mean, we're talking Jamaican. I go, what this boy I do? Where am I doing? Where is Eze there?
Would you prefer Eze for Trossard or Eze for Mourinho?
Eze should, to be honest, right? I wouldn't have started Mourinho. If you saw my lineup at the start of the game before we did it, I wanted Wanyerian and I wanted Eze, right? That's what I was saying, right? Because I'm like, run at that midfield. Yeah, I know Rodri's back.
Yep.
Run at that midfield, and then you've got Eze, you know, on that side as well, right? And Madueke came off at half time. I was a bit shocked to that because he was our best player up front. But it turns out today that he had some discomfort in his knee and he's going to have a scan on that. And hopefully that's nothing bad because he started the season really well. But yesterday, right, Mikel Arteta, he got it horribly, horribly wrong. And you cannot argue as a fan, right? And this is a guy that's defended him, right? But when people are saying, boy, you leave the handbrake on, you're too... Bro, he's got to hold that because that's what he did yesterday. And just before you guys get into it, like Pep, I could not believe what I was watching.
It's brilliant.
They were hardly in our half. I was like, is this City?
It's brilliant.
I'm going to say, is this Coventry City? I couldn't believe it. I've never, in all my years of watching City or any Pep team, I have never seen a team so defensive.
Pep took a leaf out of Arteta's book.
It was
said,
mad.
I'm going to come here and get the job done.
Do you know the funny thing is, right? I was saying yesterday in one of my videos that I've seen a big change in football at the moment in that teams are not playing out at the back like they used to. Like City, did you see? They didn't play out.
The strikers have decided that.
They didn't play out from the back once. I think what it is, right? A lot of teams now are scared of the press. The teams are pressing so well now and winning that ball back and forcing teams into mistakes that they're opting to go long because they went long every time up to Haaland. And I was just shocked.
Time wasting as well.
I mean, it's
the Donnarumma goal kicks every single time.
You guys can't complain about that.
But honestly, like I was really, really shocked at how negative Pep was. He was unapologetic about it after the game. He said, listen, he goes, one time in the last, what did he say?
10 years.
One time
I don't know why
years,
people don't wear this with a badge of honour. This proper
No, we got cussed for it last year, like you said at the start of the show. Well, last year when we went down to 10 men, remember?
Yeah, but that was
City,
that you should never have been cussed for that. So that's fine.
We went down to 10 men and we tried to hold out. Remember, we was winning 2-1 up, And we tried to hold out. They got scored after 8 minutes. They're holding out with 11 men.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember lots of City fans.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Cussing. Yeah, you lot negative defensive thing, right? And they did the same thing yesterday. So, but I was shocked by it.
A lot of people didn't see it coming because they think that, you know, because obviously Pep is in charge, the pure football must remain. But that was pragmatic and it was the right thing to do, and it nearly worked. If the goalkeeper didn't come out for Martinelli's 1v1, which was he was being shielded by the defender anyway, I don't think he's scoring on his left foot, running away from goal. City win that game 1-0. They limited your striker to no shots. When you're limiting Gyökeres to no shots, you're doing the right thing. Especially when you got a striker like like Haaland, who's deadly in transition, and we saw it again with the goal. He was exceptional in the first half. That was a world-class striker performance. Forget even the goal, the layoff. We're talking about pinning Gabriel. We're talking about holding up the ball against Saliba. We're talking about bringing others into play. Fantastic performance. But like you said, Arteta was a disgrace. He was a genuine disgrace. You've got all of these creative, attacking, dribbling, carrying outlets against a City team that have already shown to be, susceptible, and you beat them 5-1 the season before. So what an opportunity now with 2 extra days rest to say we're gonna stamp our authority immediately in the first 5 minutes. You're gonna be in your half, but you're gonna be afraid to be in your half because the guys on the pitch can actually get past you. They played a flat midfield. There was nobody to play the ball through the lines. There was nobody to break
through the lines. Every time Mourinho got
side
the ball,
to side to side to side,
weren't even
backwards.
side to side. He does this thing sometimes where he turns back on himself. He's not a guy for creativity. He's kind of a box crashing.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's a McTominay and he weren't really doing that.
I'm just like, honestly, like, listen,
Gyökeres had no service.
Far away, man.
Gyökeres had no service.
It is absolutely criminal
You can't
what
defend
Mikel
it.
Arteta did. But that actually didn't surprise me. I think we were talking about it on Thursday. What did we think he was going to go with? I really don't think it was a surprise at all.
No, that was a surprise.
No Eze shocked me.
Eze in general shocked me, but it didn't surprise me that he went with a midfield as he did. He is defensive. He will always go with something that is pragmatic and keep the handbrake up. But bro, if you're going to try and win this league, take the handbrake off. You're not going to do it like this. You're not Mourinho. It's not the same league as it was back then. Like, you have got, there is no excuses.
I agree
for Arsenal, right? In terms of this season, we have said that. You've said that. There are no excuses. You spent money. You've got good players. You've got depth. You've got creative outlets. Not playing Eze is absolutely criminal. Like, let's be real. That is the bottom line. But at home, City are not the City of old. They can be easily got at. Teams do it all the time now. It's different, I guess. If you're going to the Etihad, I could understand it a little bit more.
No, but even at the
Etihad,
right? Even at the Etihad,
Eze should still play.
Eze must start.
He has to
My main beef is listen, I don't like really that midfield three. That midfield three has only won us. I think it's 10 times they played. We only won one game, and that was the other day against Athletic. Yeah, it doesn't work, right? That midfield three. So I don't like that midfield three. But my main beef, right? Because, obviously Odegaard's out. All right, you can argue Wanya is a youngster still. But my main beef is that when I saw that team sheet and I did not see Eze's name on it, I'm like, what is going on? Is he injured? That's what I thought. He weren't injured.
That's the thing. You're negotiating. Because you really should be getting Eze in the 10, Rice and Zubimendi as a pivot, and another attacker on the left. Yeah. And you're negotiating to the point where, do you know what? I'll take Eze on the left, and I'll take that flat, nasty midfield that is just bland and has no spice to it, no seasoning to it.
It's crazy.
And on top of that, the fullbacks don't even bomb on. No. It's not even like you got a Trent at right back.
7 defensive players.
You've got a back four of centre backs, and you think that you need to protect that back four of centre backs with not 2, 3 holding midfielders.
And remember, you've got that back four, right? You've got a great goalkeeper. You've got that back four. All right, I know Saliba looked a little rusty on that. He's been out for 4 weeks. He looked a little rusty on that one with Haaland. I think he could have done a bit better, but still, it was great by Haaland. But you got that back four, and you got a player like Rice who roams around in front of them. You don't need another.
Crazy,
go and put Eze up there. No, like you said, I think in the 10's his best position, but you can just have him on the pitch. Even if you're right back, have him anywhere. Because even when he provided that goal, look how deep he was.
Quarterback.
Right? Like a quarterback, they said, right? Look how honestly.
You know what as well?
That frustrated the life out of me yesterday. That was shocking by Arteta.
But honestly. Also, Arteta's actually a lucky man, because that goal they did score, it was very unlike what we saw from Man City throughout the rest of the game. It was a much higher line, which allowed Martinelli to get in behind. Earlier on in the game,
I think they had so many defenders on the pitch, maybe they
Pep did too much.
He did too much.
Took off
Another
Haaland.
thing I'll say as well, this is the kind of game where I actually think Arsenal miss Havertz, because Gyökeres is kind of, you're not getting nothing from him in this kind of game.
But then that's the other thing.
Havertz can drop in and pick it up and do something.
The other thing is though, right, I felt sorry for that guy yesterday, right? Because again, in that first half in particular, right, the man's making runs. Right, and then, there's one time I see him make a run as if, and he just turned back and said, "Yo,
what's the point?"
Right, because again, Mikel Mourinho holds on to the ball too long. It's not his game. That's not Mourinho's game. Eze now, as soon as he came on the pitch, first thing he did is a ball came into him, boom, straight away it was forward.
Yeah,
he didn't even look, boom. So but by that time now, City are sitting so deep, he hasn't got that space in behind. Right, I just feel that I just do not know what Mikel
it's
Arteta
crazy.
was
It's
thinking
such a
about
lack of
yesterday.
bravery.
It was the one at Liverpool. I was like, well, listen, it's a worldie by Szoboszlai. It's Anfield. You got to be careful. Sometimes you go there. All right, but we'll give you a little pass on that. The one yesterday, you don't get a pass for that one. No. Eberici Eze has to start that game, and we're not being wise after the event. Because as I said, if you saw us all before that, we were in disbelief when we saw that team.
Everyone was,
and you got to win them.
Yeah.
You have to win, because if you don't, I don't know.
It's like sorry, I was just going to say, it's more like he's more focused on not losing than he is winning. I think sometimes, like when you pick that, it's more to keep your defensive record, and you
never win a title.
You're really just not. Like it's just a lack of bravery for me, and I think that Arsenal don't have it anymore. They don't have the luxury of not being brave, especially this season.
Big up Martinelli though. What a goal!
Great
goal, man. Great finish. And that's twice in a week he's come off the bench and done. And that's the one good thing this season that we got. We lacked last season is firepower off the bench. So that was good. But apart from that, I just think the manager has to hold it.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't last year where Arsenal had to win the league, and last year really was, the main kind of chance to actually win it. Arne Slot coming in, no one thought he'd do what he did. But this season, now you've got all the strikers, you've got Eze. There is no excuse, but there's no use in having Eze or Gyökeres. We know that Arsenal are the best team in Europe defensively. There's no doubt about that. The keeper is unbelievable. You've got 7 or 8 defenders that you can interchange with. The standard is so high. But if you're not trying to win every single game, even if it is the last minute, I mean,
he's trying to win, but he's too pragmatic. He's too.
A team.
He doesn't want to take the risks.
Okay, but you have to take calculated. You don't take
calculated
silly
risks.
risks.
You take calculated risks. But when you're at home, Lee Judges said it well yesterday, right? He said it before the game, and again before the game started, right? I'll give him big credit here, right? He said, "Yo, you think when City are in their pomp, right? They're coming down to here and they're like taking out De Bruyne and think, the killers are on the pitch. Why are we? Why?
I think he was just happy to show off the bench. He got to sit there, all these attackers on the bench. He's like, yo, look what I got. Look at the depth. What he wanted to do was manage the game 0-0 up until like the 60th minute, bring on all these attackers, win the game 1-0. That's what he wanted to do, and it backfired.
The
thing is as well,
big up to Doku though. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
But you talk about calculated risk, right? Eze for Mourinho isn't even really a calculated risk, because if Ødegaard was fit, you start Ødegaard. And how much is Ødegaard giving you off the ball and defensively that Eze isn't? Arguably, you might say Eze gives you a little bit more.
But it's not even
so
just
it's not even a risk.
As I'm just saying, it's not just the Mourinho thing, right? Because even then, why is Trossard playing ahead of
the 12th man?
Even if you put him on the left-hand side, why is Trossard in for Eze? I just couldn't. There's many counts I couldn't get my head around.
You'd have to actually ask Mikel Arteta.
So someone said to me,
he ain't gonna answer.
Eze's not used to playing 2 games a week. Someone told me.
Yeah. I just think it's an unforgivable decision to not play Eze, and it's not. I could also kind of like, if he'd like come from abroad, for example, like let's say he was transitioning into the league type thing, I could kind of understand it. Like, the guy's just come from South London. Like, put him in the side. Like, he's fine. He's fit. He's ready to go. Like,
come far.
This is crazy.
I'm telling you, South London's a big difference to North. You know.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I came from Croydon. It took me about an hour and a half to get from Croydon over to North London on Saturday. So maybe
you go to Italy quicker.
Right,
so maybe he has got a transition.
Yeah. It's just not easy.
And also, what's this about towels on the side of the pitch for the long
That's one
throws?
charge.
That's a charge, my friend.
Listen,
73 to go.
Listen, I told you already, yeah? Right? Whether it be Arsenal, whether it be a lot of teams this season, they are going very direct now. The long throws are back in.
Yeah, but the towels are an illegal accessory.
That's one charge.
Oh, you're not allowed to have a towel?
Yo, spam ones in the chat.
Yeah, we were with Rory that recently.
You're
He
not
licked a ball off my neck.
No, you're not.
But you're not allowed towels. You're not allowed towels.
I don't know that.
No towels allowed, my friend.
Big Sam Allardyce is coming back into fashion.
Trust me, man. You wait.
We're going back to 4-4-2. We're going back to the streets.
You wait until next week and you go Brentford.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I'll tell you, I was watching them the other night, man.
They like a long throw.
They had and their long throws are good. They got like the lap throws.
But this season, Arsenal,
frustrated.
You will not win the Premier League playing the way that Arteta plays. Defensively unbelievable. We've only conceded 2 goals all season, and we're still.
That was the first goal.
Arsenal.
That was the first goal
Since Szoboszlai.
First goal from open play.
Yeah, first
season,
goal,
right?
and again. hats
listen,
off to Arteta for defensively,
yeah,
but
but-
going forward, you're never going to win a Premier League playing
I think
like that.
I think the thing is
and
now.
you've heard it enough times from your own AFTV guys. You don't need me to say it anymore. And I actually
Yeah,
think
we'll
your
stop saying
energy. I actually think your energy is slightly changing now. You've turned
No,
the
no.
corner a little bit on Arteta.
On
now.
yesterday's game, I was angry. I got home last night, and I was like, I was angry that just listen. If we'd have put out an offensive team, done what we should have done, and we'd have drew 1-1, I'll take it. It's not the end of the world. A point, even at this stage of it's still early in the season. But I just felt that.
What did you make of the celebration?
I just felt like, well, listen, man, I was celebrating. I was jumping up and down as well. So I'm not gonna, because you know what, I didn't think we were gonna get back into it. So
celebrate for 2 or 3 seconds,
Slight
and then
Yeah,
like
grab the
Turkish
ball.
said,
Yeah,
and this is what Liverpool would have done.
Agreed.
We beat Everton in the 96th.
Remember how they
minute, and then
celebrated
Origi
last
still
year?
got the ball out the net.
Remember how City
Forget
celebrated?
them. Forget them. You're going for a title. Forget City.
So were they.
No.
So were they, right? Remember how they celebrated? Remember Haaland throwing the ball on the back of Gabriel's head and all them
I know,
things?
but you've got to
right?
grab
It's not
that
just
ball and
Arsenal.
sprint
Listen,
back.
But you need the win because the problem
I
is
think
now.
City were
Yeah,
never,
I get
but
that.
City were never in
And
the
he
title
still
race
had
last
time.
year.
I
He still
get
had
that.
time.
I get
Yeah,
that.
last year.
I
Still
get
had
that,
5,
but
6 minutes. You
You're
still
in
had
the
time.
title.
I get that, but I do think something like that. I was at the game, right? Emotion takes over.
It's slight
Any,
over.
sorry,
like
no. Let me
I don't watch
just jump
celebrations
in
at
here.
Fox Park.
Let me just jump in here because I'm not on the
Bro, you were about to lose.
I'm
What
not
do you mean?
usually
What, we
out.
can't
Slight
celebrate?
overkill.
Robbie,
It's a draw
Robbie,
again.
it's
one of them.
Robbie.
Get it.
Get
And then
it.
Robbie, let me be honest,
Listen,
yeah, Robbie.
You
if
can't celebrate now.
No.
no,
I
no.
don't.
Not to a 92
No,
92
Robbie.
minute
I don't
celebration
usually do the
police, but you
celebration
needed the
police
win.
thing, yeah. But if you have a proper captain, and I don't know who your captain for the day, I'm assuming it's
Gabriel. He's a
Gabriel.
proper captain.
Right then, so your
Behave
captain,
yourself.
your captain should, and this is just from my point of view as a fan, what I would want. Your captain should be absolutely screaming at every single one of those players and
agreed.
saying, "Get your ass
Yep.
back into position now." The game has 5 minutes left, not 1. Not 2, you had 5 minutes left. Don't tell me Arsenal can't score again. Absolutely,
Of
you
course
can.
they can.
Okay.
So for me, I would be fuming.
you
I would
guys,
be
you guys do also
I'll be
realize.
fuming.
Because
You guys,
Man
you guys
City were
do also
pinned as
realise,
well.
right, that football has changed now, right? So it's not like back in the day.
Bunnies, man.
Hold on. It's not like back
Even
in
if
the
you
day
have to fight
where
the keeper to get the ball.
it's
Get
not like
it.
back in the day, right, where they did add that extra time onto the thing for the celebration. So you guys do realise that.
You say that, but
Right,
Liverpool,
so-
It's just more
Everton,
urgency.
Everton,
Well,
Everton needed. Yeah, we'll get on to that. But
Mentality
Everton
thing.
needed more
3
minutes.
minutes.
a mentality
Everton
thing.
needed more.
It's a
5
mentality
subs and a
thing.
goal.
Yeah, yeah.
mentality.
Thing is, for
Subs and a
Arsenal as
goal,
well.
3 minutes.
Say that again.
There was 5 subs in the second half for both teams, no injuries and a goal, which adds up to 3 minutes.
Yes, but everything else on top of that as well. Come on,
Whatever.
you'd
I
want
was
more than
there.
3. But on Arsenal though, the problem is now you're 5 points off Liverpool as it is. Newcastle next. Liverpool got Palace. If they win and
Could
you
be
don't,
8 points clear.
8 points in September, already chasing.
Could be. Let's
Could
wait
be.
and
That's
see
the
what
problem.
happens next week,
That's
isn't
the
it?
problem.
Just like I mean, it's early
I
and
can already see how the season's going to
you do need to relax a bit, right? Because you a minute ago saying, "Oh, we're equal with City."
Do you think you'll
You know what I
beat
mean?
Newcastle?
So-
Hey, our
next week?
expectations are different.
You got
Look,
Newcastle
I
away
think.
next.
Listen, we
No
can,
one in the top 6 did it last year apart from Liverpool.
Newcastle's another one of them teams that's given us a lot of trouble. We can. I'm hoping that
Lost 4 in a row.
the amount of beef and backlash that he's got, Arteta, that he goes brave up there. I think we
What
can
if he
beat
doesn't
Newcastle.
again?
But
If we don't-
does it make sense to even go braver away at Newcastle?
No,
They're-
you
they're
would
moving.
not.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah,
it,
yeah,
you've
yeah,
got it
yeah.
all
I
the
know.
way around.
Yeah.
I know
Don't
that
say
is.
1 year,
You're actually
St.
right.
James's
You're
Park.
actually right because
You would have done that at home.
If you do that, but then I don't want to
That
see
would
that.
be
You know
hilarious.
what?
Right,
I'm
does
telling
that,
you.
you know.
Thing is,
Robbie,
right?
that's not the
I don't
game.
want to. I don't want
That's
to see
not
that
the game.
midfield against. It don't work. I told you, it's only won 1 game. I don't want to
That's
see
the
that
midfield
midfield.
he's
think
gonna
you might
play.
need to come to
Wanyeri
terms.
Eze as 8.
Nah,
You might need to realise you will see that at Newcastle.
Newcastle. Actually, what I want to see at Newcastle, I want to see Eze in the 10,
Yeah.
right? And I'd probably start Martinelli. Give him a start now. It's two
deserves it now.
two
Again,
games where
he
he's
deserves it
like,
now.
you know,
Yeah.
he's one thing I've loved about what I've seen with him is his reaction this season. You know what I mean? He's not starting. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people saying at the start of the season, sell him, stuff like that. The manager kept faith with him, and he's repaying that. Like into you know, so I'd start him against I think I'd start him against Newcastle.
Newcastle's the kind of game that could suit him as well because it will
Yeah,
be up
yeah.
and down. Newcastle will go
And
for it. They'll be
they
spacing behind.
saved Bruno and Joel Linton against Bournemouth for this game. So you know there's going to be aggression. You know there's going to be...
What
do you mean?
It's a week away.
Yeah, well, they were both injured, weren't they? After
Oh,
Liverpool
they
game.
saved
them.
So-
They injured them.
so
They didn't win.
No, but they were
They
both
said-
on the bench.
didn't
Oh,
save
they
them,
could
no.
have come on. But he was like, we'll save you for the Arsenal game. I think they've got a midweek
Stupid,
game
they
as well.
dropped points.
Didn't even
But
win the
listen, just to wrap it up, as a Liverpool fan looking at Arteta and Arsenal, as long as he's the manager of Arsenal, I'm not scared that he's going to overtake us in the title race. I'm not scared.
Okay, we'll see.
And if
innit?
the next one is Man City, then I'm not scared of them either. So who does that leave?
Still early, bro. Relax yourself.
It's
yeah?
very early, but
It's early,
that's
but-
my.
So you won it
that's
already,
My
yeah?
thought.
I'm
I
not gonna
think
lie,
we're
it's
going to win
looking
it.
scary.
Really won it.
Robbie, it's
think we're
looking
gonna
scary.
win
I still think it's,
No, no.
it's too early
Looking
to
real
say that
scary.
about
Still a bit
Arteta.
early. We're September,
nah,
bro.
I know,
Arteta,
that's
like-
why- why it's ridiculous that I have to-
It's as I said, I'm not defending him in any way for yesterday, but it's in September.
Take
Relax.
the handbrake off, man.
but you
Show
know
a bit
how,
of
like,
gumption.
I'm with you on it. He's got to take the
And
handbrake
I'm
off.
talking to you. I'm talking to you here because you and I are continuously hate watching, right?
I don't want
Is
to
there
do it
any?
anymore.
Is th- like?
Is
I'm
there any
not-
point
is
in
there any
hate
point?
watching? That is
With-
such an
with what-
insult.
with
While
what he's-
Arteta's there, I'm not stressed.
Whilst he's bottling situations like that, it's not looking good.
You had me stressed for a couple of years. Last season, I thought, nah, I'm all right now. Now I'm like,
You worry about your own team.
keep
But
it
yeah, I'm
moving.
fuming.
And now he's gone back to
Yeah,
the
no.
actual Robbie. Yeah.
You worry about your own
we
team.
got him back. But listen, it's a draw.
I actually think he sort of copied a bit of what you lot did because you lot went into City, but then that was away. But you played 3 defensive midfielders in the midfield and got a result.
We've
But
got a better team than Tottenham.
we're
Look what
exactly,
Spurs did.
we're at home. We got Eze. Play
Got a whole Declan Rice in
Eberici.
that. Declan
I'd
Rice
also
was poor, by the
argue
way.
that the early goal for Man City changes so much.
Yeah.
You might get more change out of Mourinho and there's a bit more space for him to, like we said, box crash. But when that space wasn't
Arsenal
there,
did not expect that, and it was from
No,
their
yeah.
corner. It was a counter attack, and Reinders
yeah.
does really well to hold
Yeah,
it,
they
hold it,
both
hold
do
it, hold
really
it,
well.
pass.
They both do.
They
You know
do.
what? As well, I like what I saw from Pep yesterday. Not obviously, I don't want to see City doing well, but watching Erling Haaland in counter-attacking football is a sight to
so
behold.
good.
Like the way he
Guy's
eats
quick,
up
man.
ground. It's not even. It's quick, but it's clinical as well. Like, in terms of like counter-attacking goals, he's right up there as one of the best, and we have not seen that for so long from him.
You said you were impressed with City yesterday, but
Yeah.
this is now their worst start in 10 plus years. Does that go under the radar? As much as we can say
It does.
about the discrepancies of Arteta who didn't play XYZ, Man
They
City's worst start in over
They
10
are slow
years.
starters, though, innit?
Look at the
Even-
money that
even-
they've spent as well.
I think
they can be slow starters, isn't it?
the expectations was lowered so far down last season. What was it? 11 games they didn't win in November, October that time.
Went for
So
a big
the
dry
expectations are so low, and it's just. But I just feel like they've still made some odd signings and not addressed the physicality and pace issue that they've had. Like losing someone like Kyle Walker, for example, he was a cheat code for you playing that high line because he would just run wingers down. You've not got that anymore. You haven't replaced that. Your centre backs haven't got the pace. Ruben Diaz and Stones look a little bit tired. Stones especially looks tired. So I still think they haven't addressed actual problems in terms of that running back defensive
agree.
players. They
They're
haven't
to
got
be
that.
got at.
They haven't. And
Kusanov
Cherky
was
feels like a
poor.
bit of a.
No, he's
yeah,
injured.
No, I know, but even when I look at Cherky, I think talented player, I get it, but a pet player, I'm not entirely sure for this league. I'm not entirely sure. Reinders, fair enough, I get it.
He's
But
good.
there's problems that they haven't addressed. So I'm almost not surprised that Man City have started as slow as they have.
Yeah. Super chat time. Medical Bunker says, Matisse, may I advise you and your weak war effort and come hat in hand to ask real teams like Liverpool to stop Arsenal for you like a good little horse.
No, I'm not. Yeah, see, that's not happening because not only have you phrased it all wrong, but I'm not in that mindset. So
All right.
I'm not gonna be doing
Well,
that.
maybe you like this one. Sir Alex Ferguson says, Matisse, you must bow down to KG, you boss, yo.
Oh, how did that go?
Well, he's ringing my phone, but he has to see me. He has to see me in the flesh. Like I invited him here. I said I'll go on Best of Enemies. So let's see what happens this week. But I'm not answering phone calls from KG in watch-alongs. He's so shameless. When I ring him, he doesn't pick
he
up.
never answers. It's
Do,
true.
do you see this? Is it just
He
me?
never-
KG,
Nah, you-
KG never picks up. When Man United have lost a lot of games, and I've rang him a few
block him.
times. No, I'm not gonna do that. But he just doesn't pick up the phone. So I'm like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
here?
and then he'll
What's
and then
going
he'll be like,
on?
oh, I was abroad and things
Oh, I
like
was
that.
abroad.
So you
Oh,
can't
I
answer
was
your
on
phone.
airplane mode. Oh, nah,
I do
man.
feel like you've got away with this quite easily.
Absolutely.
Very.
You're a lovely
Yeah,
guy.
I know.
You're a lovely
Flex
guy.
would've roasted
Hey,
you.
it's not my
Flex
fault.
would've
I'm here.
roasted you.
I'm here.
Flex would have
I'm
been
still
on
expecting
you.
some kind of video
I
to
can't
come
believe
in
he's
from
not sent
Flex.
it.
I'm
I
here.
can't.
I don't even know why Flex hasn't said anything.
There is
I'm
actually a
hearing
super
KG
chat
gets
as well
his seat back though as well
later
from Best of
on.
Enemies. Sorry. I'm hearing to get his seat back.
Kindly include those subs as the 75th charge. Maresca should be arrested, says Akin. Ryan Grav is currently the best midfielder in the world. Hashtag you never walk alone 5 in 5. We'll get into that. Damien says Liverpool scores the winners in 90 plus minutes and celebrates. Arsenal scores in 90 plus minutes to draw the game and celebrates. Champions versus participants, says Damien. Palace away is always going to be a tough test, absolutely. Flex, please predict a Palace win. That means that Liverpool will win if he does that. Ryland says AFC, the £1 billion Brentford cowardly lineup. Silence. Dragon says, thoughts on Mudryk saying that he wants to change career and he aims to represent Ukraine in the LA Olympics as a sprinter.
That's
Or is he running away from responsibilities?
I thought the drug test is
No,
even
no,
stricter
it's-
in athletics, isn't it?
Look, I don't know what's going on there, but look, I envisioned him as a sprinter anyway, so I don't really got no
What an
issue with him
awful
switching.
Premier League
Is he still at
signing.
your club?
He is,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's still there.
Still contractually there. Like, from the moment it all came out, I knew he'd be suspended for at least a couple of years. And after you're suspended for a few years, with the level of player that he was before the suspension,
Not coming back.
let alone not playing football for a few years, your career is not looking good.
He was cooked,
especially not at
he was
this level.
cooked anyway. Like,
Yeah,
when
he wasn't-
first
he
came,
wasn't- he wasn't-
cooked anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing that Chelsea are going to court with him regarding the suspension, and I'm also hearing that the athletic stuff is not actually legit. I don't know.
I don't care, man.
More
It can't
court
be
than-
That's their
surely
business.
athletics
their
is more
business.
stricter
That's
in,
what I mean.
in drugs.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So,
You're in court more than
Honestly,
running
facts.
down, mate.
Chelsea
62
crowd.
million,
And also,
62
Wally-
million down the drain.
Yeah, and also while he's quick for a football player, he'd still get cooked by genuine sprinters.
Oh yeah, you'll come seventh out.
Do you know what I mean?
mate.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Vert is closing in on being the most expensive 007 in the Premier League, says random guy in the UK. We'll speak about that because I've been quite vocal about Verts this weekend. Hamza says, might be too early to say it, but I feel like Eze was a club signing rather than an Arteta signing. Doesn't seem to trust/rate him. Haaland walking his dogs, Saliba and Gabriel again, says Vivish. Certainly wasn't the
Rubbish.
first 10 minutes. When is Robbie going to start criticising Mikel bin Arteta for his Haramble lineups? 5 points clear. You never walk alone. Second
so I've
again.
not
Well, he
sat here
was.
and criticised
He
him
was
for the
criticising
whole
him.
thi-
He
Come on,
was
man.
criticising him. Are we going to criticise Pep for doing exactly what Arteta got criticised for? He did that with 11 men too. Says Richard.
I was surprisingly
Super
negative, man.
Chacho says, hey Robbie, if William Saliba locks up Haaland, why does Haaland have 4 goals in the 6 games that they've played each other in?
No, he scored a lot. Listen, I said that last year he actually scored as well, but they do a good job on him, man. Like, I actually thought that, the first half Haaland played really well, but then they kept him very quiet after that. But then a lot of that was to do with the negative tactics of Pep. It wasn't really even feeding him. He was more of a defender in the second half. I think he was. I didn't have a problem with Saliba starting that game, even though he's been out for about a month. In hindsight, maybe Mosquera might have been better because he did look a bit rusty. But listen, that's, to me, Haaland can do that to any defender in the world. No matter how good you are, I think he's the best striker in the world at the moment.
Well, both the centre backs were up for the corner as well. They were trying to get back and defend.
Yeah, and
so
you've got to run back, and no one's as quick as
you can't really catch
It's quick, man.
left everyone.
Willem says, big up everyone. Some birthday weekend for me with a derby win and our rivals dropping points again. Robbie, do you think Arteta can actually take you to any majors, or is it his ceiling? RIP Matt Beard.
R.I.P. Listen, time's going to tell, but I was not happy with yesterday. Simple as
just
that.
wait.
That's all I have to wait.
You get your answer. Just wait.
Yes,
a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey Robin, noticed how when Arsenal win, your reaction is first, but when you don't, it's close to up to 10 people. 10 p.m. when people are asleep. Cue the FCM boys.
What are you on about? I was at the game, bro. I was interviewing fans until 11 o'clock last night. Right, so what do you want me to do?
11 o'clock.
And the
11
game,
o'clock.
game ended at
Game finished
7.
at half
The
6.
clock,
Half 6,
yeah, and I'm telling you, the amount of
To be
fans.
fair, I've seen them
It's-
do
it's-
fan cams, and it's
listen,
a crowd
interviewing
of
fans
people.
till 11 o'clock
Guys,
last night.
And most of the big
Right,
dogs
shit.
on
Don't
FTV
say
were
what,
Man, they
included.
were out there still yapping at 10:30 at night.
People will still be there.
Definitely
Listen,
still
like,
outside the stadium.
and even when it's
Right.
finished, there's still people there talking and things like that. I mean, that
How angry were you, man?
power of a no. To be fair,
Did you
even
see
if we
Yardi's fan cam?
to be
Class.
fair, even if we win a game, like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
no,
know,
fair,
there's
fair, fair.
people
Do you know
are out
why?
there.
It's a Sunday
Because
night.
Arsenal fans are always explaining something.
It's the beauty of
It
AFTV.
takes hours to finish.
It's the beauty of AFTV.
Explain,
it's the community.
explain,
you know what I mean?
explain,
So
man.
yeah, I mean,
Nah, big up the community.
I was freezing last night.
It was
Yeah, it's
tell
dropped,
you.
man.
Quite
We're
cold
officially in the old autumn now. Got my
Yeah.
knitwear on. Come on.
Definitely.
Love to see it.
I'm a little
You must be quite cold. Saint Blanco Amarim said, not even the Pope could get him to change his system. He's the man for the job. Trust me, Matisse. Hold that. We have a bozo in goal as well. It's a Saint Blanco. Idris says maybe the best use of Martinelli from now on is centre forward. Utkarsh says, we are past 5 game weeks now. Can the panel tell their title winning percentage prediction from what they have seen till now? Keep an eye on Matisse's title percentage chance for Chelsea. I'll go 70% sure that Liverpool win the league.
Oh, I thought you'd be higher.
No, it's going. It's because I've left a bit of space for the upcoming weeks.
Yeah,
Still
sadly,
a way
I'd
to
have
go.
to agree with something like 75. I just feel like Liverpool, they haven't even really got kicking yet, and they're already 5
And
for
that's
5.
scary.
Yeah, it's sadly very scary. I can't
80.
lie.
I'll give-
It's late.
I'll give 70% to Liverpool, 20 to Arsenal. That leaves me with 5 each for Man City and Chelsea.
Oh, is you being serious?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them
no.
something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just for fun.
single digits.
Yeah.
Rob?
65% Liverpool at the moment. You know, it's,
Well, you've
if we're saying at this moment
At
in
this
time,
moment
right
at
now.
this moment in time, and then I'd say the other 35% Arsenal. I think it's gonna be one of them too. But then it's so, you know, I've seen seasons, man. You know what I mean? Like a
I've
couple of
seen
injuries,
seasons.
thing like I've been around a while, man.
Sound
I'm
like
telling
Kevin
you.
Keegan.
It's September. You ain't picking no. It's too early.
I would
even
love it.
even a lot of times I've seen City rubbish at the start of the season.
Yeah.
It's
Then
not
they
the same.
go on.
I'm
10 points
convinced
behind at
more than
Christmas.
ever. It's
I'm not gonna
just
lie.
not the same City,
Yeah.
though.
It's not.
It's just
No,
not.
no, it's
They
not.
don't have
couple
the
of
fear
injuries.
factor.
You know what I mean, like even with you guys, couple of injuries to key players is a different. You know, Van Dijk's out for.
Yeah, I mean, T's and C's
People
apply.
have been saying this
Injuries,
for 5
suspensions.
since Van
No,
Dijk
'cause
got
he's got a
injured.
great injury record.
Wait till Van Dijk goes. He's
No,
not.
he's got a great injury.
No, if he
record, but I'm
does.
saying.
Oh yeah.
If
we're
he
in
does,
trouble.
Yeah,
Anyone
not
can
in
get
trouble,
injured.
Not in
Still
trouble,
can
but
win
it's
the
not
league,
the
though,
same.
without
So
it.
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's still a long way to go.
Anyone can get injured.
Injuries. And by the way, I see a lot of people in the chat about Madueke. Apparently, it's not an ACL.
Yeah, why are people making up that he's got ACL in the chat?
Because
You
there
bad
was a
mind.
rumour this morning that there was a route. To be fair to them,
I
there
don't
was a
like
rumour
that,
this
when
morning
people
that,
make
you know,
up
he
the
could
worst
have
possible
ACL,
injuries. It's not.
I
don't
hope
like
it's
it.
not because as well, it's a World Cup year and he started off the season really well.
And for England as well. The Natural says Arteta is getting slammed for not being aggressive enough, but Maresca surrendered without giving the boys a go. You could see the disgust when subbed. KFG says if Liverpool equalised in the 92nd minute, they would grab the ball and force a quick restart of the game, not celebrate like they've won the World Cup. You did see Raya on the halfway line, like
I do,
Eze
yeah.
on the
It was
flight. Come on,
the
get
thing
the
is,
ball.
I always think the adrenaline in the moment takes
The
over.
adrenaline in the
Emotional
moment.
For
like-
3 seconds,
I get
yes.
it, but then
Listen,
celebrate.
I nearly.
But
I
a
was
knee
going
slide,
Yeah, it's a bit
when
much.
there's still 5-6 minutes to
It's a
go.
bit much. 1-1,
get
you
that
grab the ball.
Like
Yeah.
Martinelli should, instead of running off to the knee slide, go into the goal.
Grab the ball.
You know, sometimes you have
But
to
you know he
fight the
doesn't-
keeper.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get the
one of
ball.
them.
I don't care.
But you know, it
Just
doesn't
get
actually
and run
affect the
back.
time at all now. With the
Do you know what it does though? I feel like, do you know,
Stops
okay,
the
so
momentum
it's
a bit.
just-
though.
yeah,
It's
do you
a
know what it
mental-
does?
yeah,
Back in the day, it was different when
Yeah.
you know. But now the way the timing is in that, it doesn't affect the time at all.
However, I do feel
So-
like you can set a certain mentality for
Yeah,
the rest of
yeah.
your teammates,
Urgency.
for the crowd,
Yeah.
and for the opposition players
To
say,
show everyone,
yeah,
we're
listen,
still gonna
we're
try
getting
and
this
win this
ball
game.
and we're trying to win this game, not knee slides and into the crowd.
I
That's
agree.
just-
It's a
that's just
mentality thing, man.
I'm taking these.
Apparently, Madueke is set for ACL scans, and even Hincapie was out due to injury yesterday. We can't catch a break, Robbie. 1 in, 1 out daily. Well, that's not true. He's not got an ACL. Tanishq.
I don't think it's an ACL. It's what I've been told is just like he had discomfort on his knee, so they just want to take no risks with it.
I don't think Arteta knows his best starting 11, says Oba. And the last one for a while, CRZ says that United win means nothing if those players don't turn up against Brentford and Sunderland, as we said. Right, the next game, Liverpool 2, Everton 1. I was at the game. 3 brilliant goals across the whole game. I thought the finishes were all excellent, really. Liverpool 5 out of 5. 15 points. I mean, life is pretty good at the minute if you're a Red. I was at the game, and again, we started really strongly like we did against Atletico. I'm still not convinced that every week. Has get some new jokes, bro.
It's still
Again, they've
funny,
said
though.
move on from Liverpool. People in the comments saying that Liverpool sections aren't long enough, so we're going to do it.
No
justice.
one said
no
that.
one
Not a
said
single
that.
person
No
said
one.
that.
Two people did.
No
Not
one
a
has
single
ever,
person.
ever
Two
said
Two
that.
people out of 150,000 views.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Has get some new jokes.
percentage
though.
You make many
Uh,
things about Liverpool anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
it's certainly long enough.
Listen,
All-
The
all that
Liverpool
really
section is
back
drip
this
fed
week.
throughout the show.
We've got
So
to
I mean-
just attack this one, right? Because Liverpool, again, I wasn't convinced across the 90 minutes. I do want to see a 90-minute period or 98, 99 minutes across the whole game where...
Game of 2 halves, wasn't it?
Yeah,
First
I
half,
want to
Liverpool,
see a
second
really
half, Everton.
good performance in the second half. And the thing I'm desperate to see now, go and get that third goal. It's all very well going 2-0 up. We've done it against Palace, Bournemouth, Newcastle. No, we were only 1-0
Bournemouth, you
up
got
against.
4 goals.
No, but we were 2-0 up and then it was
Yeah,
2
yeah.
right? And we did it against Atletico.
Are you saying kill it?
Kill the game. Go and get that third goal. Rub it in. Dead the game
don't
off.
concede the 2.
Well, yeah.
Like you can get a third, but like it's
But if
sometimes
it's 3-1,
far
it's
too
not as
easy,
nervy, is
especially in
it?
the transitional moments to play through Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I actually thought that with your more industrial sort of conventional midfield 3, without Wirtz in there, it'd be a bit tougher. But Iliman and Jai and Grealish gave you a tough time.
In the second half, but in the first half, Liverpool, and I have to shout out Ryan Gravenberch, who, since Arne Slot has come in, I mean, I literally struggle for superlatives now. It's 3 weeks in a row he's got man of the match. He got a goal and assist in the game. The goal, I mean, it was the only thing Mo Salah did in the game. But that kind of pass where you just kill two players out of the game, it's like a little pitch wedge, 30 yards, you just clip it up. But then that was almost the easy bit. The hardest bit was still to come. And I saw you guys speaking about this on Saturday Football Show. It was brilliant what you said. The technique that is needed to see that come over your right shoulder on the bounce, and the ground's very slippy. It's been raining, we mustn't forget.
Yes.
For him at full stretch, to get a touch on it, but send it over little arms. I mean, he has only got little arms, hasn't he, Pickford? So he was never going to save it. But the technique is that of a Gerrard or someone like that, a box crashing midfielder. He's a 6, remember? I know Arne Slot has transitioned him into an 8. He starts the ball in a 6. He can carry it to the 10 and give it to Mo Salah. That goal is unbelievable.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
You know what it is as well
He's
about
the best
that goal?
midfielder in the Prem right now, for sure.
On form, there's an argument to make. But the thing about that for me as well is that he doesn't look at the goal when the ball's his eyes on the ball. So to know where to put it.
He's not got instinctive finishing either.
No, but it's a real cultured finish, and I hate to say it, but he does look. The thing is with Gravenberch right now is there's nothing that you can point at to say there's a weak point. Yeah, that was like, there's something that he can't do.
And then you're thinking, right, we're into this game. Let's try and get another one. And then I didn't even realise until I watched Match of the Day, Gravenberch gets the assist. I thought it was a very Szoboszlai or McAllister kind of pass. But Hugo Ekitike, and here's the difference between a Darwin Núñez and a Hugo Ekitike, right? Darwin Núñez gets that chance if he stays onside, but he'll just head down and smash it as hard as he can at the keeper, like he did against Pickford away last year. It's an unbelievable cultured finish as well. The slip through, the touch to almost take it into your stride and then just kill it across the keeper. And at that point, I'm thinking, let's get a third before half-time. Let's really start having a party here. And then obviously the second half, we allow them to kind of grow into the game. Grealish, a lot of time on the ball. I thought Conor Bradley could have got out and stuck it on him a bit more. I was really happy with Kirkez's performance. He was brilliant after his...
he was good for most of it, but for Everton's goal, we got lost.
Yeah, but...
He got lost. He miscalculated the ball, he fell over.
I would say that fault comes more from Conor Bradley on the right for not getting at Grealish. He had so much time to pick that cross out. And listen, it's a great finish, but I'll be honest... Even though we have thrown away a lot of 2-goal leads, I didn't think we were going to throw that one away on Saturday. And in the derby, you just have to win. And
had a chance near the end, didn't they? Everton.
Yeah, it's easily saved. But yeah, over the moon for Gravenberch and you know Florian Wirtz. I spoke about it after the game. 2 things here can be true. One, he still will come good and he will turn into a world-class player at Liverpool. That I have absolutely no doubt about, especially under Arne Slot. He will become that. But I can also say, I need a little bit more from you, mate. Right? He was getting shoved off the ball way too easily for my liking. Yes, you've got O'Brien, Tarkowski, Keane, over 6'2" or 6'3", 6'4" across the whole back line. But when you get thrown onto that left-hand side with 20 minutes to go in the derby and you're just getting brushed off the ball, as the fans watching it, we're well within our rights to criticise that and ask for more. I'm not saying write him off, he's not a flop, but I'm saying I need a bit more from you, bro. If you're going to be in this team that's going to win, hopefully, the Premier League and other cups, and you can't just walk into this team.
No.
I think he is.
To earn it, and at the minute, he's not earning it for me.
Again, it's early. Like, the guy's a class player, but I think we underestimate sometimes. When you've left and you come to this league, a bit like what you were saying earlier, where it's with Eze, there's no excuse because he's played there. But when you've come from outside this league, and you speak to players and that, and they tell you he's so physical, he's so quick.
Ekitike has just come from the same league.
It's true, but some players will adapt to it really quick, and there'll be other players who's going to take them. It could take them 10, 15 games before
you see the best of them.
Yeah, and then they've sort of got in the groove of it now. But I think we forget sometimes. It's a new league. It's a new culture, new lifestyle, new environment. Like every game, every pitch, every time you go to a different ground, for a new player, that's the first time you've ever played at that place. So you don't know what to expect. Whereas a player that's been playing in the UK already will know every ground. So it's a lot of factors.
Well, he came last year.
I've seen a lot of
we won 4-0.
I've seen a lot of the grief he's been getting, but it's way too early.
Me and AGT were talking about it this morning. Actually, like I understand the grief he's getting to an extent because it's the price tag. That's
the price
problem.
tag, yeah.
I think Doyle said it, didn't he? If he was a £50 million player, people wouldn't look at it twice. But because it was such a big amount of money,
which isn't his fault.
It's not his fault. You expect him to hit the ground running, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. And you comparing it to Ekitike, they're different players.
Yeah.
He might need to muss up. He might need to understand the physicality of the Premier League. We do see that sometimes happen with players.
The problem is that most of the time when people do this, it's in retaliation to what was said about their own player. So this is let me break this down.
Very good point.
Let me break this down for
point.
people that don't understand. When it comes to the traditional big three clubs, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United, we always get the context. We always get the explanations. We always get the excuses. Oh, this is why he's not working out in the first 10 games. He's a £100 million player, but you have to understand the grass is longer over here. When it's a Chelsea player, we don't hear this context. No, because I have to tell you this, because now I need you to remember this information for the next time Enzo Fernandez steps into this league for the first time. For the next time Mikhailo Mudryk steps into this league. Because you guys don't.
No. Hold on. No one gets cooked more than Man United players.
Okay, cool.
By far, no one gets cooked
involved.
like
Arsenal players get
No. In the broader media, no one gets cooked like Man United. Everyone hates United more than any other club. We have the most haters by far.
Liverpool fans in particular were very quick to cook Caicedo because they didn't get him. Very quick to cook Lavia because they didn't get him. So all of this extra context, all this extra information, I'm not really interested. I understand it. I agree with it. But I don't want to hear it.
Has Enzo come good?
Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. He was good last season.
You can't criticise
very good last season.
He
was very good last season, but obviously when you win the league, you get analysis bias. So Grealish picks up 4 Premier League titles and he's considered not a flop at Man City when really
he definitely
he
is considered.
Well, some people, they'll say he won this.
But like I said, two things can be true.
Matisse, you know what it is though? It's the price.
We still need more from him right now.
Yeah, it's the price tag, and he's the British transfer record behind Isak.
But I think with you guys, because you've had so many players that cost a lot of money. That's why you've had it more than other clubs.
Player.
2, you got 2 now. Same as
the same.
No one is ever going to get the violin out for your club.
Yeah, man.
I'm not asking for it.
Ever.
I'm just saying hold the energy. I'm just saying hold the energy.
Go and get another hotel.
Because right now he's getting a violin. Why are we playing the violin?
I've just criticised him.
We're not getting the violin out for them either.
Robbie, this is why you'll never win the league. This is why you'll never win the league. You're doing the violin. You should be hammering into him.
No, because
they're Liverpool. Everything's gonna be okay.
No. I hammer in 5 games.
But the thing is,
plays for life.
No, but 5 games.
By the way, if we're doing the 007 thing, he got an assist 4 minutes into his Liverpool debut.
In the Community Shield, don't count.
Still this
season. That's true, because man was tearing into Gyökeres.
No, but the reason why
they were tearing into Gyökeres.
But the reason why you can't even cook him,
he costs half the price. They were tearing into Gyökeres.
But Liverpool are still 5 for 5, even with Wirtz doing this.
Yeah,
You know what it is as well?
That's a scary sight.
With Wirtz, I think he gets pushed out wide, like soon to come, in terms of he becomes a left winger, because I think the midfielder, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch is far too good.
Last time Liverpool played with a 10 was Coutinho, 2018.
Yeah, you haven't had a 10 for time.
And I heard what you said on the Saturday Football Show. We need, and I hate saying it, he does need more time, but it gets to a point where time doesn't allow you to get shoved off the ball in a derby. Like time, you don't have time to not get stuck in. So, like I said, 2 things can be true. He will still be an amazing player for Liverpool and the Premier League, but we still need more from him now. It's not bad of me to say that. It's fine.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
I think he gets the left wing spot, because I think Gakpo's okay, but nothing like, on the ball. I don't think Gakpo gives you all that much.
He's not better than Gakpo on the left, though, is he?
He's cutting in a lot.
He could be. I think he genuinely could be, especially if you get Kerkez running forward. Which, by the way, Kerkez actually got forward quite. I know I roasted him for the goal, which I think deserves roasting because the way he fell over was quite not the one. But when he went into midfield, he was good. He was great. He was good.
Kerkez, it was probably his best game in Liverpool shirt. But yeah, listen, we get the win. We carry on. And who have we got? Palace next, and then Galatasaray away, and then Chelsea away. So 3 away games.
Tough games.
Tomorrow night, Southampton, and on that left wing, I want to see Mr. Rio Ngumoa start a game, please. And I want to see Isak start the game, please. Southampton at home, 19th in the Championship.
Yeah, Isak will probably bag
used to
in
be,
that game.
not anymore. They're all dead now.
Yeah, he'll probably bag in that game. Isak.
Yeah. Oh well, that's what I'm saying. Play Wirtz and Isak in that game.
Yeah,
get a bit of
Wirtz
boost the confidence.
Yeah.
Get Chiesa on as well. Mamardashvili. Slot's already said Alisson, Virgil, Ibu, Mo and Dom are not even in the squad for that game. So that's the kind of attitude there. Anyway, we win.
You'll probably start Eze against Port Vale. Oh, no.
And Ranieri.
It should be Dalman, Ranieri. He's going to start Eze. Imagine.
Are you going? You going Port Vale tomorrow?
I'm actually not going to be at the game because I wanted to be at the game, but there's this YouTube event I've got to be.
It's all right. You can say you just can't.
Cecilia's going.
Yeah. Send
Send
up there.
Yeah, no, everyone would be there.
Where is Port? It's like near Stoke
Port Vale's
somewhere,
in
isn't it?
Stoke.
Yeah.
Oh.
Far away.
Can't do it in a cold night in Port Vale, mate.
Back to your OG roots.
back to your roots.
Burnley 1, Forest 1. Now, Ange Postecoglou, 3 games, no wins. Got Betis in the week as well. He's out the cup. I mean, I know it's very early and he needs time. We said that on this show today. But he does have to win at some point very, very, very soon.
Got to talk about that Swansea game. That's the one. 2-0 up. They end up losing 3-2 with like 2 very late
94
goals.
and 97. Yeah.
Proper Ange kind of fold. He needs wins, but like
Abby's there going, I told
it's
you.
too much of a change for me. It's too much of a change. You're asking this Forest side, who are comfy sitting in under Nuno, to all of a sudden become in your face, high pressing. Doesn't suit a lot of their players as well. So I just think like I don't get the appointment from the get go, and I also think Ange's personality with Marinakis' personality, there's going to be fire, and I expect that fire to come quick. He could be gone before the end of the season. Genuinely, I could see
End of season?
He might be gone before
Talking
Christmas.
about Christmas, mate.
He might be gone before Christmas.
No, I'm not even joking. You have to start winning some games.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Steve Cooper's getting the old ding-ding again, isn't he, to come back. He's manager of Brøndby now in Denmark. Steve Cooper.
Random.
Unbelievable. Brighton 2, Tottenham 2, Abby.
Yeah.
2-0 down.
Yep.
Get back to 2-2. I guess you just take the point because last year it was a 3-2 loss. So
We
it's an
struggle
improvement on
against
that.
Brighton. Like, it's not something that is a new thing. We always have struggled, home and away, to be fair. Yeah, disappointing, obviously, to concede 2 when we've been quite good defensively. But I think they showed a bit of spirit, fight back. I mean, Thomas Frank was saying it was the best performance he's actually seen from them so far. I think there was a bit more creativity. I think when Xavi Simons came on, there was a bit more... There was a little bit more going on. You can't look at me like that. We're not in the same boat. Robert, we're not in the same boat here. My manager's been managing for 5 games.
Sometimes
Your
the face
manager
just
has
says it
been
all.
there for 7 years.
Robbie can't bear to but smile when Tottenham don't win, you know.
You're all right. He's been managing.
We're not the same. We've had as many managers
They ain't like us.
as long as he's been there. We've had 7 managers.
I spent a lot of time cussing off my manager, and he deserves it today.
Yours has also spent over £1 billion.
Right? And your manager did spend some money. But what?
What?
First off, poor.
Paul, I will say, I think I said it to you when I watched that. When I watched the
Let me just
highlights-
finish, right?
Okay,
Yeah, he's
go
not
on.
finished yet.
Okay.
Very defensive in the midfield.
Did you
Didn't-
see
didn't-
how high the line was?
Let me finish.
Did you see
Didn't
how high
play
No, I did that
Simmons
again.
from the start.
No.
A lot of the exact same things Arteta did, wasn't it? Very similar, isn't it?
This is not the same conversation.
No, I'm just saying, like, because you were really weighing
You
in.
are challenging for a
I-
title.
and that's fine.
I'm trying to finish top half.
And that's fine.
That's true.
Yeah, but top half, you still need to win games. And I just felt that
we
you.
have.
I just felt this.
We are on the same points. The
I
only
know
difference-
you are.
Oh, it's that
That's
fucking
yours.
standard.
I know, but
These
I'm,
are the standards, guys. If
yeah,
you're in the
Nelly,
title race,
Standards.
I'm saying to you.
5 for 5.
All I'm
Honestly,
saying
guys,
to
you
you
have
is
to
this,
already
right? I'm
increase
saying
the
that
standard.
he was a bit negative, your guy as well.
I don't think that's negative. I think that at
Why
the
didn't he play
moment-
Simmons from the start? Well, it's a similar thing he did as well.
I don't know. He played the other night.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not.
Game
Listen,
time,
it's
squad depth, rotation. Why didn't I? Don't
I'm
know.
not saying. Right, I'm
not
just saying, right. That
comprehensive.
if you got to criticise my guy, you got to criticise your guy similarly
I'm not
as well,
criticising
right?
my
Yeah,
guy.
but it's his 5th game in charge.
I know, but I'm
Hey.
saying, I just think, well, why is he not playing Simmons from the start?
That's a valid point.
Yeah,
He hasn't even really started him in the 10. He's
No, he hasn't
started him
even-
out
yeah,
wide,
he's
which
been
I found
starting
really
out
odd. I
wide,
feel
yeah.
like Javi Simons is made for that. The role that Pape Sarr and Bergvall kind of play. Simmons slots.
But
Because
also-
I've seen
the-
quite a few Spurs fans cussing about that, saying, why is he not playing Simmons from the start?
Well,
Why is it?
in Thomas Frank I trust. I'm sure at some point he'll go in the 10.
Okay, you trust him?
But Kudus was fine. Kudus was good. Cross led to the equaliser. When he did come on, he was impactful, Simmons. So at the minute, I think he's also trying things out. You know, whereas we were completely reliant on certain players last year. You know, you play Brennan Johnson, rain or shine type of thing. But we're not seeing that so much. So I'm all right with it. A 2-2 draw away at Brighton. Cool. Get in. Fought back. Good point. we move.
That first Brighton goal as well, Van de Ven got a little bit strict
I
on
just
that
think- I
one.
just
He
think-
tried to step up
did.
and he didn't win it.
But
and
I
then-
genuinely like when I
And the
looked at
second
that
kick,
line.
the goalkeeper on the second one as well.
Yeah.
Vicario.
Yeah.
But like
Get the ball over,
Vicario
yeah.
can have games like that. I mean, I still think that's a position that probably needs to be strengthened. To be honest with you,
Do you
but
reckon?
I do. I like Vicario, but I do think he can be weak. He
He's
can be
not a
flappy
top
in
4
the air.
keeper though.
And I genuinely think that if you could combine someone like him and Kinski together, you'd have a good keeper. But you know, he's just a little bit lightweight, but then he is also quite agile, so better at just direct shot stopping. Either way, it's fine. The high line, when I saw that, I thought they've obviously forgotten they play for Thomas Frank now, not Ange. And it's just a few things, but I can't really knock the guy. I can't knock Spurs at the minute because when, like I've said before, when the bar is below hell, that I'm happy right now.
I just think that it's a similar thing. Like I'm just going off of what I heard Spurs fans moaning a bit recently, saying that they like Frank, they like everything he's doing. Still early in that, but they was want him to be a little bit braver.
Yeah, I get that.
That's all. I'm not. You are right. It's very early for you guys, but yeah.
I would just like us to be a little bit more. When you say braver, I would like us to be slightly more creative, but I think that might come over time. Our biggest thing was actually making sure that we could defend, and we have got a lot better at defending despite the 2 goals this weekend. So that's my focus at the moment. So
be interesting to see what he does when Kulusevski comes back. Where he'll play.
And
him.
Solanke
He's a
as well.
player. Yeah.
Will he play in midfield again? Will he play Simmons there?
I think he's
or
good.
Simon?
I think he's good in
Is
central
it Simmons or
positions.
Simons?
But he wants to be known as Javi. Yeah, Javi.
Javi.
Yeah, he wants to
I
be.
don't know if he's got that kind of sauce.
We're not
yet.
doing that,
He's
though.
not
We know
there.
who the real
Actually, you know
Javi
what?
is.
Only one Javi, man. Behave yourself.
He had a good chance.
Javi.
Javi had a good chance to score as well.
Yeah.
He had
Simmons.
at two,
Simmons,
Simmons,
bro.
yeah, Simmons.
Simpson.
Simon.
Simmons.
Simon says.
Simon, mate, wants to be known as Javi.
West
Yeah,
Ham
but
1.
sit down, boy. Hurry up.
Crystal Palace 2.
Told you the Palace beat them. West Ham
Yeah,
are so good.
continued trouble for Potter. I mean, there was protests outside the ground before the game about the ownership.
Goodbye,
And do you know what? If Jared Bowen wasn't at West Ham, where would they be? He's only the...
Championship.
Well, exactly. He's the only one that seems to score for them. I have to big up Tyreek Mitchell. That's a great finish
What
on
a
his
finish.
weak foot.
Yeah,
Right,
great goal.
he kind of hooks it back in. But they're obviously not happy, and it isn't just on the pitch. It's off the pitch right now. So if you are a West Ham fan, 3,000 of them protested before the game, unhappy at the Solomon and Brady kind of leadership there. But the pressure is piling on once more. Potter was asked if he's the right man for the job. He just said yes. And that's it.
He's not got that character. Like you saw it at Chelsea, just like he just doesn't have it. He doesn't have it whatsoever.
Personality.
He's the kind of guy that should manage a Brighton,
That's what
a
I said,
Brentford,
He did.
Yeah.
nice
Nice clubs.
a Bournemouth.
Nice clubs.
Nice
Vista.
clubs.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
belong at the
Yeovil.
East London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's gone backwards as a manager, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Ever since
Rather,
Chelsea.
His
these
stock
jobs
is-
are too big for him, man.
yeah.
Stock
absolutely.
is low
About
right
West
now.
Ham as well. Like you see at Upton Park, what they had like close to the pitch, they can sort of
Yeah.
intimidate opposing
They can't
teams.
intimidate anyone.
The London Stadium is so dread.
Can't they
It's
just?
so
I know it's
dread.
an Olympic
Like,
stadium, but if
yeah.
they just got rid of them tracks and
For
Seats
home,
forward,
yeah,
yeah.
forget, yeah. It's
Also
they're
the-
so far away, you can't leave them.
They did a protest, didn't they, West Ham fans, before the game? I
Yeah.
think it was quite empty in the stadium as
Yeah.
well.
at the start, yeah.
He's gonna get sacked.
You will, yeah,
Yeah, he will.
It's just a
He's
matter of
next one to
time,
go.
really, isn't it? Yeah,
That
yeah.
stadium is awful though.
Yeah,
Like,
it really
does,
is.
That stadium is losing
So
them
expensive for a pint.
quite
in
a
there
few
as well.
points every season, I think.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, Wolves 1, Leeds 3.
What a
Fantastic free kick from Leeds, wasn't it?
Unreal.
To get their second win of the season. It's not looking good for Wolves, and this comes after they've just given the manager a new deal.
New deal for him,
So that's a sticky one there. Fulham 3, Brentford 1. This was a really good game to watch, actually.
yeah. Great game, man. Well on Fulham, man. I was watching that game, right, because it was the final one standing. I know.
Bet you're a bit nervous, though, aren't you?
1-0 down.
get nervous.
Fulham, what are you dealing with, man? But my guy Iwobi stepped it. He was
Brilliant.
brilliant
He was
in
brilliant.
the game, man.
And
Did you see the goal with Harry Wilson?
Yeah.
He's a talented.
Bro, Harry Wilson is one of
That's
the
a
players I
talented player.
regret
Do
Do you
leaving
remember at
Liverpool
Derby
the
County
most.
under Lampard?
Remember that
free
kick at
quality.
Old Trafford?
Yeah, Old Trafford. He was
Oh my,
quality.
it's one of the best
Nah,
free
he's a
kicks
good
I've ever
player,
seen.
Yeah,
man.
he's brilliant.
Even
Guy's
at
got
Liverpool,
so much quality.
He's a baller.
In another
That
world,
goal-
he would have replaced Coutinho. I do
You see
think
that goal they
he's that
scored,
good.
yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
If that had been us, you, any of
Raven.
us here,
Yeah.
everybody be raving.
I'm raving
It's only
about
because
it.
it's Fulham. That goal was brilliant, right?
And do you know what I liked about Iwobi, which shows his maturity? Josh King gives the ball away for the first goal. They go 1-0 down, and he's gutted. He's only 18.
Yeah.
Iwobi goes, "Come on, bro!
Yeah, don't worry about
time's
it.
there.
Come
We
on.
can
And
still
then he
win
actually
this."
went on and played all right after that.
And
He's a
Iwobi
good player
gets a
as
goal
well.
and an assist. Did you see
Yeah.
Kelechi with Iwobi and
Kelechi's
Calvin
with
Bassey
Iwobi,
after?
Yeah. He had his award and all that.
Iwobi gave his Player of the Match award to Kelechi.
Yeah.
That's mad.
But what well done, Fulham, man. Final one standing. You kept me in. It's just me and Nicky now.
That's crazy.
My man over there
At
went
the
for
top,
Wolves.
it's just Robbie and
That
Nicky.
was such a dumb decision.
Should have
man.
gone Fulham, bro.
I should have thought more about managers. No, because Wolves they haven't won a game yet. No points. So I thought at home to Leeds.
That's what I was
they're gonna
thinking
go
as well.
for it.
I was thinking of
Sunderland-
going for them. I ain't gonna lie.
Sunderland drew, Brighton drew. There was a lot of draws this
I
weekend.
know. I
Yeah.
said
There
to you,
was.
I knew-
Sunday was all
I told
draws,
you.
yeah.
I told you. I said West Ham. They are done. They are finished. He's going to lose that game.
Yeah.
There's only
But I
one
said,
way.
what is with Fulham? I
Fulham,
looked at it. I
Brentford, I
thought
was like, nah.
Brentford at home solid, but on the road they've been poor.
Yeah.
And Fulham, I was just like Derby game 8:00. Yeah, man, Fulham are winning
Fulham
this.
got that. 3-1.
Well done.
Shout out Marco Silva as well. You know, I think he's a good manager. He's done well with this
Yeah.
Fulham side to stay in the
Yes.
Premier League consistently in and around mid-table, if not top
Yeah.
half. And Fulham made no transfers in the summer as well. Really, they haven't strengthened. So he's done well for a little while.
And really good goals as well. Sunderland 1, Aston Villa 1. Emery blasts the team for being lazy. Whilst Ollie Watkins has a bit of a stinker and still hasn't scored. It was
Should've
a great
scored.
goal
He
from
should've
Matty
scored at
Cash.
the end, shouldn't
Should have
he?
definitely scored. Nasty tackle for the red card, wasn't it?
No,
Like,
come on, man.
You reckon?
That was never a red card.
I didn't say it.
I'm getting listen, right?
I'm rattled. I just realised. Sorry, off topic.
The Matty Cash thing.
No. This manager left Larson and Hwang on the bench. Leeds! I'm fuming. How are you doing that? Sorry, carry on. No, I'm fuming. Making me look like some idiot.
No,
I think you do that yourself, to be fair.
the red card in that game, right? He just literally he goes over. You know when you would have done this a million times playing football. You know, like
Little
someone's
kick out.
pushed you over, and he just sort of like pushed his foot up and just like, get away, man.
Yeah.
And he was sending man
It
off.
studs
I
up
thought
to the
that-
genital areas, though, isn't it?
okay. It's like yesterday. You know, yesterday, right? That
Well, it
referee
is.
bottled it. You know, he bottled it. The referee in the City game.
Yeah.
Because and that made me laugh. Both,
It's a red card, Rob. I'm
Fling
watching
it-
it
fling
again.
it
It's a
round.
red
it's not a
card.
red, man. It's
a
not a
red
red.
card.
Look at it again.
The genitals are.
It's like a getaway, like you
No,
know.
look,
when
he
see
knows
it
what
in
he's
slow
doing,
motion,
watch.
it's like,
Bosh.
move,
No,
man.
that's
It's a red card,
That's
bro.
like
It's one of them ones, isn't it?
That's not a red.
If you do that to the thigh or anywhere else, it's fine. But it's because of where he's done it.
Oh,
Look at this angle. So
not
he's
red.
had a little bite and he's gone, do you know what? Hold
man,
that.
Move away from me, man. That's not a red card.
Right in the genitals.
You know what though? Yeah.
The one yesterday,
Yeah.
right, when Bernardo Silva kicked it in the balls.
That's a red card.
He kicked it in the balls of Trossard, and
in
then
the
Trossard
balls.
picked it and threw it back in his balls. Right? Now,
then he went
really,
down.
what
Yellows.
normally happens in those cases, like something like that, what normally happens? They both get a yellow, innit?
Yeah.
But then the ref realised that Bernardo Silva was already on a yellow, and he bottled it. He didn't give it.
Big
It should
bottle.
really have been a red.
Big
Bernardo
bottle.
though, he annoys me.
Should have been a second
He-
yellow.
Yeah, he annoys me because he went down holding his bits first,
Bro,
and
he's a rat.
then when the referee came, he held his head.
Do you remember
Because
Rivaldo?
he
Do
knew he was in trouble. That's why.
you remember Rivaldo at the 2002 World Cup when they kicked it
Yeah.
at his
Yeah.
his genitals again? Sorry for the repeated. But then he went down holding his head.
Yeah,
It's a disgrace.
so-
It's 1-1. Great finish from Matty Cash, but Aston Villa are
Trouble.
disgraceful at the minute.
Emery.
I'll be honest, it's
Really
poor.
bad.
You're loving this, aren't you?
Really bad.
You're
Because
loving
I told
this.
man, I said
Yeah,
that
you
Arsenal,
told man
that's
about
why he got
Emery.
sacked. It was the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
Started off all right,
I like Emery.
and then the second season, but
Here's what it is.
I think he's
All
done-
right
I think
is
he's
a
done
bit.
lot.
You're
He's
not
done
really
a lot.
giving
he
him
needs
enough
to.
credit.
He's got to lift up man.
Got
though.
to
Right,
Champions League.
he's done a
thing
lot
is-
more than all right. He
He's
got
done a
Villa
lot.
to a Champions League
He's done-
I
final.
think people
No, but
like to forget that.
but what it is, right?
than he did for them.
What it is, right? What it is, he should have got them. He did the same thing with us. Should have qualified for the Champions League, and he failed to do that. Right? He did the same with Villa. They only had to beat you or draw with United last
Yeah,
game
they
of the
bottled it.
season.
They
Nah,
bottled it.
Martinez done him in though.
They got
The-
bottled.
the-
Yeah.
Same thing.
Individual.
Sausage Sanchez pulled
Yeah.
up at Old Trafford.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Yeah.
As well, they didn't buy anyone in the summer.
No,
They
but they've
got
Sancho,
weird
Elliott.
They may not have bought.
Sancho,
They got
Harvey
weird
They may not
Elliott.
have
Allow
bought him.
it,
It
man.
was Sancho, Harvey Elliott.
Allow
Allow
Firepower.
Harvey Elliott,
That's
bro.
only
I don't want to hear it.
talking
He's
about.
Look at that
alright.
squad.
He's
Two-time
alright.
Two-time Premier League winner.
I like
Allow
Harvey
him,
Elliott.
man.
He's
Have some
good.
Doing
Allow
what?
it.
Off the
Man,
bench.
he's a bad man,
Man,
bro.
just in the
Bad
under
man.
21s.
Their squad's deep though.
He was in the under 21s in the summer. He was the player of the tournament.
But under 21s.
Yeah,
but
And
he's
that's
a
what I
good
mean.
player.
He's a 22-year-old playing at under 21s. There's levels. I don't know. I just-
Bro,
I
he
just-
joined Liverpool at 16
Sancho and
won two
Harvey
Prems.
Elliott.
They
I
got
don't think
enough,
he's that
man.
good.
They got enough. They shouldn't.
I don't think he's that
They
good.
shouldn't be as bad as they are.
No, they
They
shouldn't
signed,
be.
brother. They signed Lindelof. You're in
True.
trouble when you're
Yeah,
signing
that's
Victor
a weird one.
Lindelof. Do you know what I
That's a
mean?
weird
Like,
one. That's a
The
weird one.
last and worst game of the weekend that we have to talk about very, very briefly. Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 0.
Move on.
Newcastle's record at Bournemouth is absolutely shocking.
big
And it's the
game.
furthest way to travel. It's the furthest between two
Maybe
teams
they're
in
tired
the
when they
Prem.
get there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Fans
It's
and
a long way
players.
to go, you know.
It is long.
But again, Big Nick, didn't get much change out of that Bournemouth defence. But once again, credit more to Bournemouth for actually selling all their best players and still being
Bournemouth have
so
done-
good.
Bournemouth have been
Iriola is
exceptional this
unbelievable.
season.
I love it.
give me Iraola at Man United. I'm telling you from now.
No, because then his career will
want
be
him.
No, but then you
Over.
ruined
Mud.
yeah,
No, I want
be
him.
done.
You lot ruined
A
it.
few super chats before we
Don't
finish
ruin
up,
it.
guys. Kelleher would have been a good shout for Chelsea, says Sully.
I know.
They made a mistake on the weekend.
Well, we don't sell players to Chelsea like that, man. Hold that. I think the profit will serve Chelsea well, though, says Sai. Vinod says, sing with me, Robbie. North London forever. No trophies to treasure. These dreams are long gone.
Dead song, bro. Dead.
What's
Sit
this?
down with
What's the excuse this time, Mr. Lyle? Wait until we have played 10 games. Wait until December,
Didn't make an
etc.,
excuse,
etc.
did
And then he
Flop, mate. Didn't
and
make
then-
an excuse.
And then
One
Vinod, and then Vinod says, "R.I.P. Matt Beard, champs 5x5.
for real.
Never walk alone." Robbie, every year under Arteta, we're only 5 games in. Relax, don't get carried away. Anything can happen in football. They can/will drop points. Says El Chapo. Good to
Every
hear from
year.
you, mate.
It is every year.
Yeah, and then it gets to August or like April, and they go, "No, there's still time," and then it's just a cycle, isn't it?
September, bro. We remember that. It is still early. I'm not even just
End of September.
thinking. I'm fuming about yesterday, but it is September.
Long month.
Congratulations to United being undefeated in Europe this
That's a break,
season.
innit?
Matisse in the mud. Robbie celebrating a 1-0 win. Abby Pilates instead of trophies. You never walk alone. To be fair, Abby's the one that's won a trophy most recently out of everyone here.
I've won a trophy more recently.
Oh yeah, true. Just.
One that actually people
Oh, world
care about.
champions. Oh, we beat the world champions this weekend. No, hold that.
That makes you world champion.
Hey, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Jacob Kirk just sent in a quid. Shout out. KP, AFC had more time to prepare. City had little rest after the Napoli game. City has injuries and players out of position. Arsenal have no excuses.
City were at home. We're not making excuses. City were at home in that game.
Jacob
And they
says,
were playing 10 men.
I'm one of the last 14. Is it only down to 14 in
No, it's
final
not.
one standing?
Can't be.
Must be 14,000. It can't be 14.
14,000, not 14 people.
Like 14 people would be game week 20 probably.
Yeah.
If it's the last
Jesus.
14, if that's true, let me
No,
check.
There's
that
no
out.
way.
It's
There's no
impossible.
way.
Impossible.
Because if it is, right, that would be, yo, 500 grand, you know.
Impossible.
Hey,
Impossible.
check
Oh,
that
are
for
you
me.
actually going to take us on holiday?
Yeah, not you.
No,
Not
don't
you.
say that. We
No,
have a
man,
great
yeah,
time
man,
on holiday
no,
together.
I remember what you said earlier, man. Yeah, plus
you
you're Liverpool.
need to move on.
Yeah, plus as well the Liverpool
Don't
team.
worry
Yeah,
about
that's fine.
HT.
Flight ban
Are you
now.
taking me? Am I coming on holiday?
Flight ban now.
You're Spurs, isn't it? I don't know about you.
Wait, what do you mean?
For us.
You
Everyone's
might
getting-
No,
take
he
me
promised to
something.
No,
everyone at the start of the season he
listen,
would, so we
I
can
would,
play the
I
tapes
would.
back.
I would.
It's
I
all
need
good.
help this week, though, man, because this week
Well, I'll help you.
We'll help
Yeah.
you.
We'll
We'll
all
all,
collectively
we'll all
help
City.
you.
I've already picked City.
Oh.
I've already picked City, Man United,
Spurs.
Pick
Arsenal.
Chelsea. Chelsea at home to Brighton.
And pick,
No way.
no, man.
Nah, I don't know if you can be relied upon like
That's
that,
risky.
man.
And that's that goalkeeper who's starting. Who's nah,
Jorgensen, yeah. It's a good point, Rob. It's a good point.
Figure it out Thursday.
Ice-T says, I saw on the milk carton this morning missing. Jack Grealish, if you see him, give him a beer and complain about the refs. Pep
he played
knew
alright,
Arteta can't break
His complaints were
low
valid, though.
block. Simple. Not really.
yeah,
Vic,
you never touched on that.
Yeah, his complaints were
The
valid.
3 minutes.
we can talk about it if
His
you want.
complaints were very valid.
How was it only
yellow-
3 minutes? When was
I
the
can
last
explain to
game
you.
you saw 3
I can
minutes?
No, it was
Yeah, but
one.
it doesn't
one,
work.
one
Game.
minute. 1 minute in at half time, and then 3, and then also the
Yeah.
yellow card. The yellow card to Dewsbury Hall for taking a quick free kick. And Jack
Oh, so
said
is
it
that
himself.
Liverpool's fault?
No, but it's a ridiculous.
my
call.
fault?
I'm not saying it's on you, but I'm just saying it's a ridiculous call.
Okay. But the 3 minutes came from 5 substitutions across the whole second half from both teams. It's 30 seconds per sub. So we're on 2.5 minutes there. They scored a goal. 30 seconds of celebrations. That makes 3 minutes.
And then goal kicks,
What else?
corners,
So
free
their
kicks.
time wait. So their
You
time
You know there's got to be
wasting.
more.
Okay.
You know
No
there's got to be
stoppages
more.
in the game, yeah?
But the thing is, at Newcastle, it was 11 added minutes, and they were in the ascendancy. They should have got the 3rd goal, and we did. So,
No, but the thing is, right, when was
so
the
but
last
what's your
time-
point? Are
when
you
was the
saying
last-
all the refs
Point
are for
is, no,
Liverpool?
no.
When
Point
was
is,
the
it's a bad
last
call.
time-
It is a bad
If you're
call.
going to make a threat,
It's a bad call.
put it on chest.
It is a bad call.
I've just not seen 3 minutes added on for ages.
Okay.
Or even 1 in at half time. 1 minute.
What are we saying? Conspiracies.
Cook 'em. Cook
5
'em.
out of 5. Coming down from... yeah, okay. Victor, groceries, dribbles like Robbie on the hill. Jesus.
It's a man.
Says Vin Vishesh.
We need to get that guy.
How negative was Doku against Arsenal? Says El Chapo. I don't think he was. No, I don't think he was.
He was there out.
He was.
He was there out.
Probably man of the match.
Arteta plays not to lose, not to try and win. Says Sully. Sums it up for me. Say what you want about Amarin, but he's not a coward like Arteta. Says Black Wolf. Ricky Gervais meme. Go and get the bridesmaid banner. Go and get the guitar. Featuring a team that was afraid of you. Cowardly MA. Who are you talking to, Idris, there? I thought Matisse was going to get cooked, AGT. Who is this United rep? No chest or cooking. And we were promised KG.
Have I been nice? Have I been too nice?
You have been too
nice.
I think if Flex was
He's
here,
got away with one today.
Flex would have gone off.
By the time he comes
you've
back,
been too
they'll
nice,
probably
man.
have lost
I'd be
again.
ripping
We won't
because if
have
it's the
time
other
with
way
those.
round,
But
he
you know
will
what
be
it is, though?
absolutely
He will
tearing
do it to
into
you
you. I
on
know this
Thursday.
guy.
It is tough.
Don't look at me like
No
that because
time
I
for
know
Flex
you.
to cook on Thursday. We've got a whole preview. to
But
do.
he will cook you on
We
Thursday.
don't have time.
No,
It's
we'll
late.
make time.
It is. It's getting on
you
late now.
You forget he's got nothing going on this week. He's got no caramel.
Yeah, that's
So-
it.
Caramel Cup,
He is
third
gonna be
round,
just
and he's got
sitting
nothing
there.
going on.
He went out in
Feasting.
August.
See, that right there is why it's hard for me to cook. How can I cook when Grimsby done us
Damn
in?
straight.
You know
Flex
what I
would
mean?
have found a way to
Damn
cook.
straight.
Like,
He would
nah,
have found a way.
Damn
But
straight.
just
I'll be
hold
there.
tight.
I'll be
If we
watching.
go out to Lincoln, boy,
Boy,
I'm cooked.
You're going to be cooked. He's going to
Where
cook
is
you.
it? You won't get
Lincoln.
Ooh.
But we should
no.
be fine, man.
We played them
We'll be
and
fine.
won 7-2 recently. Red Square says, how are people
cheers,
at
cheers.
Manchester?
Thanks for that. Yeah, just throw that one in.
Relevant
do that?
information.
How did he make that about Liverpool?
We said it earlier. We said it
How
earlier.
did he do
Football
that?
knowledge.
No one
That is
cares.
That's a
incredible.
disgrace.
How did
It's
he
called
do it?
football knowledge,
Who
mate.
cares?
No one asked.
No one.
Not
No
a single
one.
soul
Enough
asked.
for you to all
Liverpool
shout about
fans
it.
didn't even ask.
Honestly.
You all care enough to make
No,
it
no.
waste the next. This
Even
is time
Liverpool
wasting.
fans didn't ask.
What you're doing right now is time wasting.
Add it on then. Add it on.
Alright,
Add
it's
it
getting
on.
added on. It's getting
Add an
added
extra
on.
3
Still got
minutes.
about 1 million super chats. How are people saying no excuse for Arteta not winning the league and then say Liverpool are favourites? Is this just designed to get him the sack? No, do that himself, mate. Zach says, Dr. Arteta can't be trying to win if you aren't taking risks. Stop spinning for this bum manager. 5 years, 1 trophy.
Not a bum
Slot
manager.
about to be 2 for 2. You never walk alone. Mar cheat. Mar fraud. Mar clown. Mar loser. Mar flop, says HLS Clips. Yeah. No response, just holding it. He's got to hold it. Right foot and left foot combination in midfield. So it was Declan who should have been on the bench for Eze plus Mary is the better attacking
Declan on the bench.
player.
No
English
chance.
bias, says Ainsley. Jordan says, when are people going to give Palace their dues? 4th in the league, one of only 2 unbeaten teams in the league, and the only Prem club unbeaten in all comps. Unbeaten in 17.
I mean, excellent.
Well, hopefully Liverpool can end that this weekend. Clara Bitsy.
Wow.
Hey.
Here she is. Nice of you to show up, darling. Robbie, Arteta took Arsenal to a certain level.
Arteta! She's on about Arteta.
Let me
She's on
finish.
about Chelsea.
Well, listen, you won't like this. Robbie, Arteta took Arsenal to a certain level, but for the next step, you need someone else. Just like you took DR Sports to a certain level, but now you need to step aside and make way for Kenya.
Listen, Clara, I need you to talk about Chelsea.
I'm sure she has done one. We just
Well,
need to scroll
let's
through it.
wait, right? Because, you know.
Yeah. K. Praj, Robbie, please provide supporting evidence if you don't agree. Mikel Arteta is the worst title-contending manager in all top leagues in Europe.
I don't know.
That's
really
such a
studied
broad,
it.
yeah.
big
An
one
idiot
now.
of questions that.
Zubermendi took the ball and took it back to the centre bot when Nelly
He
scored.
did actually do that. Huh?
Says Eric on demand, I know, but, you know. Oh, Clara Bitsy's back. Also, are we going to have a conversation about the Declan Rice?
Ooh.
Whoa.
The never
Declan
seen a
Rice.
player who has no criticism just because of 2 free kicks. The
Well,
guy
he
can't
did-
make
he
a
did.
forward pass, Robbie.
It's actually in the team of the year, right?
Last
You know
year.
what I mean? Right? So he was just right with 5 games into this season, and he was in the team of the year last season. And you're going to talk about Declan. Why don't we have a conversation, Clara, about Chelsea? Yeah, the goalkeeper,
Clara,
the
hold
defenders, the fact that that's 3 games in a row now, isn't it?
Yep.
They lost on Saturday. You lost during the week, right? And last weekend, right, against Brentford. You didn't win that either.
True.
And you got the cheek to be telling me about Arsenal. What? Don't bother saying no more super chat until you mention Chelsea.
Well, she might
I
have
didn't-
one later on. I'm not
She's
sure.
talking about Chelsea.
Potentially.
I need to hear
I
what
haven't
you
read
got
the
to
ball
say
yet.
about your manager. I remember her having so much stick about Arteta. Oh, his substitutions, this, that. What about your guy on Saturday? He bottled it. He got scared, right? When the man got sent off, he's like, yeah, what am I going to do, man? No,
He
whatever.
said literally when in his quotes, when the sending off happened, our game plan was over. So,
Yeah, what was your other game plan?
and I hear it.
Where's your
to a
plan
degree,
B?
But you should always
That game
You
plan-
should always know what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
with
what's
10
next?
Men.
Yeah,
Like,
you should have a plan.
And you got to have a plan for 10 men.
You should have a 10-man
Yeah,
plan.
yeah.
10-man
Just in
plan.
case.
I think
Yeah.
that's fair to be expected.
So, Clara, come on, talk to me,
Most
man.
managers would have that, or
Yeah.
at least have a plan B.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If
Clara,
9 men,
talk
okay,
to me.
fine. No
Yeah,
problem.
9 men fine.
But 10 men,
That's
you should have
rough.
a plan.
Yeah.
9 men is
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
right.
Having a plan
handful.
for 10 men is crazy.
Yeah.
Clara, talk to me. We need to hear from you about Maresca.
Well, she's probably sent another one in
tactics.
now.
That we need to. If you mention Arsenal, I'm not even answering it.
Ooh.
Chelsea, I need.
Yeah, I can relate, Robbie. I did my own fan interviews after the Merseyside derby. It was 11 p.m. in Singapore time when I was done. Adam Stocks, Big Six live stream, timestamp, Matisse Rage. Look it up. Seen it. AJTTY, Liverpool played 3 games in 7 days, so they played twice before Everton played again. Players were tired second half, but the difference is we went for it. That's true, you know. Everton had a whole week to prepare. We had 2 games. Hold that, toffees. Blue Sharksy, doesn't matter if you are class. If you don't have physicality, you will not survive. He will be a flop for sure. Shirky will also not live up to expectations.
Can't say that, man.
I'm a Barca fan. I watch Premier League for the football, but you guys overrate your players too much. That's why they get so much criticism. Example, Rice, says Dale. And here is Clara Bitsy.
Right, Chelsea.
Again, she's swerving it again, mate. Matisse is right. Just take an example of Madueke. He's currently on 006, but Robbie is more concerned about Verts. No, he's not. Verts being 007. Clara, stop deflecting, yeah?
Madueke's been
Show
very
your
good
face.
so far. Even though he's not really had an assist yet, but he's been a
he's been
threat.
all right. He's been good.
He's really looked very, very good, right? Every Arsenal fan's been very happy with him, right?
Spurs
now,
are dark.
I need to know about Chelsea.
We're very happy for you. That you're very happy.
Well, you know he's doing a lot better than Gittins.
I'm trying. Spurs
he's
are
better
dark
than
horses
Neto as
for the
well.
Champions League. Underrated, definitely.
is.
Good 1v1 fullbacks, hard
saying about
working mid
Gittins?
and attack and
For the league.
creativity.
We saying about
Ganacho
Gittins.
didn't even
innit?
play. Even Ganacho
Innit?
didn't play.
We saying about Gittins.
Gittins and Ganacho didn't
Then the
play.
man was going to bring on Ganacho,
More like
then he
Gittins.
changed his mind.
Bruh.
You see
bottled
Garnacho.
it.
You see Garnacho leaning over the coach's tactics board like he was
crazy.
involved,
It was
brother.
crazy.
He
No,
was not
but you
involved.
see, he bottled
Sit
it
back
because he's going to
down,
bring
bro.
Ganacho
Yeah, I
on.
know.
And
And
then
he
he
bought
checked.
George.
Yeah.
George.
Crazy.
Tyreek George, the guy that they were trying to sell.
George.
Listen,
And left you. And
brother,
left
I
you
need
on
to
the
hear
bench.
George.
And left you
Clara,
on the bench.
yeah? Clara.
He left the striker on the bench, and he brought on the winger.
That's what
or
I'm
inside
saying, right?
forward to play
I
out
need
front.
to hear from Clara, yeah, because Tyreek George, they tried to sell the man,
Evil
right?
Saka, they say.
Then they couldn't
That would've been
think,
good money as well.
right? Then now, right? Gittins, where's Gittins? You paid. You're telling us about Madueke. You paid the same amount of money for Gittins. What's he done since he come?
Git.
Right? That you having to go at Verts and all that. What about what's he done? Yeah. What was your manager up to? What was your goalkeeper up to? What was your defenders up to? Yeah.
She's rattled you.
And you're telling.
Brother, you know what?
Because
Actually,
I
one thing
like
I
hearing
didn't
about
notice.
Arsenal.
One thing I didn't notice. Mention Reece James. Yeah, not only for that corner that he just lenged up in the air.
Yeah.
But
Legged up.
Bruno Fernandes, the shrug. You see Reece James when he ate the grass up against
Yeah,
Bruno
yeah,
Fernandes.
yeah.
Yeah. We got to talk about that one.
I didn't see that.
Bruno Fernandes ain't even a
see
big
that.
man. He's a lean man, and
Yeah.
he shrugged
I didn't see
Reece
that.
James.
And then
that,
the man's
man.
going to bring on Ganacho. Then he changes his mind.
We should have had a penalty apparently.
Get out of here. What?
And do you
Mazraoui won. He won the
Yeah,
ball,
do you
brother.
know that-
He won the ball,
You
brother.
know the other thing. So things. He's definitely injured.
Who?
Cole Palmer.
Palmer.
I don't know
What's
going on.
wrong?
I don't know.
He took a
Right.
knock.
Came off
apparently.
Because
He took a knock last week.
Because boy,
And then
he
now
didn't
it's
look too
precaution
happy
again.
when he came
No,
on.
he
man.
wasn't
I wasn't happy.
When he
either.
walked to past the manager and you seemed like you kind of
Yeah,
took
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That didn't look like an injury to me.
Well, if, he
It's
did,
all-
if it weren't an injury that he took him off for,
Yeah, but we better
then he
hear
should be-
reports.
Yeah. we
If
need
I
to
don't
see that.
hear no report because I'm not hearing no reports. You heard reports?
I don't know.
No, I just
Matisse,
heard
have
it
you
was-
heard reports?
My
I don't-
reports have been from
I don't
him.
know.
Because we're hearing an
If
injury.
there's nothing, Pedro
You are
Neto, Esteval,
Mark
and
Sports.
Cole Palmer all within 20 minutes. And in
I have
fact,
to watch the press
15
conference. I
minutes.
was on
If
the
you
way
say
here. I
if
didn't
you
get
say
to
the
see the
red
press
card came in the
conference.
third minute, it's about 15 minutes. You took off your three creative players.
Because he's
It's a
saving them
fog
for
in his
Lincoln.
face.
He's had-
Hey, that's the one. That's the one.
Let me
He's
ask you,
saving them for Lincoln.
well, you know, we've seen lower league teams, you know, really
I-
put the big boys out these days.
Man's trying to defend. Man's trying to defend that.
Can I ask you though, if you lose to Newcastle when they beat Palace, are you out of the title race?
Don't worry about me, man.
I'm
Are you
asking.
in the title
No,
race?
but you're worrying
I'm
about him,
asking you.
though.
Asking
Are you in a title
I'm
race?
asking you.
I'm asking you.
Answer my question.
I need to answer you.
I'm
bro.
asking you.
Right, because you're always that's the other thing. We're the world champions, but you're not in a title race.
Yeah, okay, but
But surely, if you're world
Hold on a
champions, you'd be
second.
in the title race,
Everyone
wouldn't you?
cares
even
about
if
that
we're not, even if
stupid
we're,
thing.
even,
Run you lot,
even if
man.
we're not, right?
Run you
if
lot.
you're
Take off
not,
that little bogus
if you're
patch.
not,
Pop
if
off
you're
that,
not,
right? Because you lot,
listen,
you're in the mud.
if
Again,
you're not, we all know who's
if
more
you're
likely
the
to win the
world
Champions
champions,
League.
right?
It's
The
me,
man have
not
got
you.
enough talk.
European
Champions
We're
League.
more likely to win the Champions League.
Champions
Yeah.
League.
If you're at that major,
Champions
I'll
League.
take the other major.
Brother.
Right? I'll take the other major.
I'm telling you, yeah.
You
These
take that
men said
league.
they're the world
Take the league,
champions.
take the league, mate.
Am I
Take the
lying?
league, right?
Didn't he bop in here? He said he's the world champions. World champions,
Yeah,
world.
hella badges.
But they're not in a title.
He's gonna call that for another. He's gonna call that for another 3.5 years. By the way,
People out there,
Give me the
correct
world
me if I'm wrong.
Let me go for the
Surely.
champions. Let me go for the
No,
champions.
Lost your first game.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Brother.
Surely,
PSG,
if
when
you're
they
the
finished
world
last season?
champions,
The
you're in the
champs,
title.
the
race.
champs
Should be in
with
the title race and
Sausage
you spent
Sanchez in
£1
goal
billion.
and Dizzy Tosin.
January
Would you agree to
window
that?
opens.
Would you agree to that? If you're a world champion, surely you'd be in a title race.
You must.
Surely that would be your ambition.
With
But
the
you're
cash.
talking like a little man.
They are
right?
little man.
Little
now.
man.
Little
Now
man,
they
you're
are.
talking
Little
like
man.
right now. Little man.
You drew home to see.
Little man.
You literally picked the most defensive team
Sanchez.
ever. You celebrated a draw.
This is
We talking
brilliant.
about little man.
Sanchez.
At least we're angry.
Yeah.
You man are celebrating. We're angry. We want to win. We're
You're not
fuming.
angry.
You're
lot are not
celebrating.
angry.
You're smiling.
You lot are not angry.
You're smiling.
You lot expected it.
Why don't you
Yeah, when's
sell
the
him
last time
another
you
player?
beat United?
Sell him another player.
2013.
Little man there, man.
Little man there.
Sanchez. It must be
At
Sanchez,
least
the
we're
singer.
champions of something. What are you champions of? What you won?
Roger Sanchez.
What you won? You won anything?
Sanchez.
I might let these.
Diva,
I might
I'm
let
telling
these
you.
dusty trophy cabinet
Brother,
merchants.
Don't
the
let
man
him
them
ahead.
said,
You
right,
don't even
these
want
are,
nothing.
look at them.
Dusty
It just goes to
cabinet.
show, right, because they're coming with these low expectations, but according to him,
Low.
at the start of the season, and Clara and all these Chelsea fans, we're world champions.
Clara has
Brother, when they
Yeah.
beat
Clara.
PSG,
Now-
I was hearing Premier League title
Yeah.
shouts. I was hearing
Exactly.
title shouts.
And now all of a sudden,
Now
oh,
it's-
you're going to win
No,
the title.
in fairness,
What about
he
you?
said was, I don't want to talk about the title unless I'm going to win it. I don't care about
Well,
title
then leave the
races.
show,
He did
man.
say
We
that,
don't
didn't he?
need you no more.
Ooh.
All right, let's wrap up.
Leave.
Yeah, we need to go.
Don't come back neither. You haven't left this blood. No, excuse me.
Left that. Right, let's get through these. Arsenal medical team should be charged. Another injury to the person who cursed us. Who do you support? Ty needs to investigate, says Baldur. Kurd says, Rob, with the old age argument, if you criticise my team, I'll just criticise yours.
Yes.
Even if it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
No, but
Simmons not starting, it's not
Clara's
the same.
come in on. No, I'm sorry. Right,
She has got one.
I held all
It's
the
coming.
L's and everything, and I took it on my team. Right, and I even cussed off the manager myself. But she's not said nothing about Chelsea. It's coming on about Arsenal.
Well, she's
she
got
can-
one about
All
Chelsea.
right, let me
here.
hear it.
Have you noticed referees stop enforcing the corner rule for time wasting? Donnarumma got a yellow for it, but Arsenal got no
What is that
corner.
rule, by the
Make
way?
no sense.
I don't
That's
know what
true,
it is, no.
actually. If the
What's
keeper
that?
wastes time, the other team gets a
Supposed to
corner.
get a corner, but I've not seen it in. It's not happened yet, has
No.
it?
Count the people eligible for round 6. Me, Rob, and 12 other people.
Is it
They
only
can't.
14?
No. I fail to believe that.
If it's
What's
40,
that? I'm not
man,
going to
I
believe
could
that.
win it. I could win it.
Clara Bitsy, Maresca got the subs wrong. However, I cannot blame him for the individual mistakes that vocally asked for a new centre-back after the Cole injury. This is what you get with players who are free agents like Tosin. Oh, you've crawled back into your shell now, Clara, haven't you?
Yeah.
Hold.
Cannot blame him.
Hold,
You're cussing
hold.
off everything
Oh,
she
she's got
sends off.
another one.
Arteta this, Arteta that. But she can't blame Maresca. Even though, Matisse, to be fair to him, he has cussed him about his substitutions, about the way he completely lost
she's
his
got
head.
a retort again. DeRicci, AGT, read my previous super chat again. The air deflated, smashed Malteser was busy deflecting on Clara Bitsy. Abby, come on, have faith in your team. And then Clara Bitsy with the last one of the show says Cole was surely injured. Let's see the reports. I'd like to see the medical report. And that's why we had to take him off. He did not intend to take all 3 attackers off. It was just unfortunate. However, I would have preferred if Neto was still on the pitch. I think I prefer Clara when she's trying to cook. When she's trying to defend her own team, it doesn't really
See,
hit
it's
the
a
same.
lot different, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
A lot different, right? And I need to listen. Have we heard any reports on the Cole Palmer thing? Listen,
yet.
he might be injured, but
He said
he didn't look happy when he
Nah,
come
he
off.
didn't.
Remember,
Yeah.
did you see him?
Simon,
No.
listen
Okay.
on the way back.
What do you think?
Well, he's done a
You
press
think he was
conference.
Who, Palmer?
Yeah.
I don't want him to be injured, but that would be the only logical explanation as to why he.
So didn't you think he looks a
can't
bit
take off your
upset?
best attacker when you're still in the game?
When
Huh?
he came off, he didn't look happy, did he?
Yeah, I
Hang
walked
on.
out of the room. I was fuming.
Oh, Enzo Maresco updates. He says.
But I'm assuming that he must have something.
He
wrong.
says the medical this Daily Mail website is awful, isn't it? I don't know if it's the next days or next weeks.
Yeah,
He's
so
saying he's
people said he
likely
has
to be
ice on his
absent
groin.
for Lincoln.
That's fine.
And he
He's
said-
been out of that game
Yeah.
They're
anyway.
saying,
Anyway,
they're saying
yeah.
he walked straight down the tunnel. He had like ice on his groin.
The
So it
medical
must be
staff,
precaution.
they didn't mention to me about surgery. That's what he said.
Okay,
so
so
he's
it's
out of the
precaution.
Lincoln.
All right, if he's
Something wrong.
injured,
Yeah.
I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But if
Neto.
he ain't
Neto's
injured,
the one. Neto's the one now.
Neto is the one. You're both your wingers.
gotta keep
Make no
him
sense.
Neto's the one.
And Estevao was the full guy, wasn't he? Because he's the young lad.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, quick reminder that this show has been brought to you by the final one standing. You have until 12:30 this Saturday to get your
Please let it
pick in
only be 40
for the
minutes.
next round. Okay. Make sure you do it. Make sure you use our QR code. Use the link in the description. 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Gamble responsibly. As always, I am out, but this fella is still in. We'll see on Thursday who he's picking.
Need a
Right,
thing
to
on
go
the
through the
board.
next round. We need some tape on Matisse's
Let's get you
face.
taped up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
that's-
club.
Gone.
Tape that guy
Well, I
up. man.
went further than most. So
Oh, Caldor
Wasted.
says,
literally.
love the teams that cheated against Fulham this season. Derby, the ref didn't know who to give it to. And then Clara Bitsy says, just like you saying, Rice being in the team this season,
Yes.
and even Robert Sanchez won the Golden Glove at the Club World Cup. Oh, don't
Oh
do
my
this.
God.
You have a deflection microchip inserted into you, Robbie.
That is the deflection of all
That is
deflections.
awful,
right?
that, I'm
You know
not
what I
gonna
mean?
lie.
Oh my days.
Also, I've just seen the Yeovil manager Webb has just quit after one game. You're supposed to be the guy, man. What's going on? You know I like Yeovil. Anyway,
Your daddy's played for
my
him,
dad used to play for them, and this guy came in last week said, yeah, I'm going to turn the club around. I'm going to do a great job for the Glovers. He's quit after one game.
Your dad should apply.
You fool. My dad would probably get it. My dad would walk into that role. They always concede in the last minute as well. Anyway, sausages. Right, Nick, Abby, Robbie, Matthias.
Good show.
Great show.
Long show. We've done nearly 2 hours today.
Well, listen, you can't say
knew?
that we don't give you your money's worth, right? We give you hours and hours of content, so make sure that you smash that like button on the way out. Robbie, any final words?
No.
There you go.
I'm still standing. That's what I'm saying. Final
Oh,
one
that's your
standing. I'm
final
still
words,
standing.
yeah.
That's my only saving grace this week. And hopefully, I need your lot's help, man. On Thursday, you need to
Thursday.
help me out, man.
I'll help
Because
you.
I will. Listen,
looking
if
long.
I win this, even you,
Thank you.
coming, right?
I think
Like,
I deserve.
we will.
We're going to go on holiday.
We
I
are
think I
going on
deserve
holiday. 500 grand. Trust me, we're on a
Where,
yacht.
where are we going? Where aren't we going?
Well, yeah.
We're on a yacht somewhere.
Can I bring Gus?
Champagne,
That's a Monaco trip.
cigars, like,
That's a
you know what I mean?
Monaco trip.
You can bring Gus. Like it's honestly
We'll go.
like
Private jet, surely.
private jet.
Yes.
No, I'll be
it's all
serious.
on
Yeah, win that
camera.
500 grand.
Yeah, yeah.
Private jet.
Nice.
Cook.
Go somewhere. We're on a yacht.
Yeah.
There's champagne.
'Cause I took you to a yacht,
there's-
didn't I?
Right. It's
So you owe me a yacht trip.
proper yacht. Right.
No, that ungrateful.
That wasn't a
That
yacht.
was a bad one. Yeah.
Right. Trust me.
We gonna eat.
Come
We
on,
got-
please.
Please let this
Yeah,
happen.
come on,
guys.
I want-
I
Robbie.
want it.
We're
There's
on board
40
now.
I
people
want
left.
Robbie to win.
I want it. Let's
Nah, it's
check.
14,000.
It's
14,000.
40,000.
I don't think there's
Check
14
that,
people left.
check
I'll
that.
check, but it's definitely 14,000.
Please.
Last one to finish us off. Sohan says Matisse has zero ball knowledge and he is a disgrace. Anyway, see you on Thursday. All the best. Like it on the way
That
out.
was very nice.